We are here to do education. There are some guys who also are in my similar situation, a similar conundrum, a confused state of mind. See, they need a lot of sex. They have to be sexually active. Oh.
Abuzaensha unkwa kakra na manucho de dina chebe ka ya da sadaka se ma nyuma ko muta ya chi said me kan reach you to squad my man word of motivation and then you wo che kakra bia ne se obra sua se obehome ne mom nye se obejai. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. If you get tired, learn to rest but not quit. And only encourage us briefly. And then we have time called Ejaipa.
But say as a civil engineer, there's a reason why staircase or London. Your wife friend in London. Or I say baby, it's a rest period. Want to mean to 2 steps in the science. Everything in life. Learn where your rest not twice. Never.
Baby, and an walk.
Yeah. We'll way on
about 100 and something steps.
Exactly. London. It was called the London in civil engineering. Into the London exactly. But the target is to get to the top, the crest. It's always very, very important. You get tired. Now, bread there can I mean, maybe machines get broke down at certain times. But when you get tired, you learn how to rest and continue.
Be away in the bra. Maybe I say, "Bear myself really see 21." Because my man for air toss adian.
Oh, it's true.
Because you saw asumna. Me Jose Christopher Chaba so crazy young kaside.
How many times must a man have sex in a month? How many minimum times?
With the Ibra. I mean, kind messages. Mamiaba, special good afternoon to you in Ghana. I see Manucho on the mic. I greet you all, Busuafo from Kwesi Usu. Kwesi says, Manucho, Manucho will take you Akron Family Restaurant. Exactly. We'll take you Akron Restaurant Family where the mayor of Akron and all rich men comes for breakfast. It's about time Africa have our own social media. And the outage of Facebook, WhatsApp, no. I don't know. Kwesika say Africa for Brason say yes, we idea. I see Oppo. It's true. All over Manucho's face, please. How much will it cost for an LPM for a woman for our Manu? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Kwesi, cry your own cry.
Because it knows me inside out. Take from the restaurant.
Cry your own cry.
Wow.
That be what I go feel tell you.
Wow.
That if you go feel cry your own cry. This man sitting here.
Because he knows me inside out.
Don't cry for Amo.
Because he knows me inside out. So him say anyway, I need that LPM very badly. Very, very badly.
El Manucho nie. Mamiaba.
Mamiaba no cry no. Mamiaba come and confirm to Oppo from a way.
Hashtag. I say hashtag Manu. Sex life matter.
Yeah. My sex life matter.
Yes,
MSLM.
Yes, a healthy man should have 21 times in a month.
Exactly. According to ejaculation frequency and subsequent prostate cancer, this means ejaculation per month at ages 20 and 39 were 15. No, say between 50 to 59. Minimum 21 times. 58% of men reported of ejaculation frequency of more than 3 times a week. And at the age of 2020, on my average, yes. Me, the range of reported ejaculation per month is from...
Masa Jai, the say you see your research and crying, you make me boy, man, straightforward.
Exactly. Maybe because it was the minimum.
I say a daily, okay, wait, this was a headline. Wait, me say how many times should a man release sperm in a month? I say a deal.
When you search here, we saw quite a doctorate. I said, yeah, quite a doctorate. You don't have to research. Look at how simply we're able to get it. When I'm winding and dancing.
A Daily Mail headline from 2017 reads: ejaculating at least 21 times a month significantly reduces a man's risk of prostate cancer.
Exactly.
Prostate cancer. Yeah. This article details the results of a study of 31,925 men published in the December 2016 issue of European Urology.
Yes.
Exactly,
21 times. And so when you have prostate cancer, don't go and blame your grandfather or your grandmother that on one when you prostate. When you say it's not but you see any baby, young boy say you can't say because you are your friend epididymis. I say sperm no lubricating. Until they be say sperm name you and sure at least 3 times a week sure. Or the sperm in the duani. See, you don't joke. So, but my doctor.
Hey, urologist. Kwajo Frimpong. Kinkalusha. A boy 11:30 now do her.
Unkasebi.
Sign call.
And no have him not the by triple beam. Because me be san asem no kind of human pa bomb say. we manage to be jumona me panic on montintu ment ambra me cheche nti me hiano no plumber
what through towel away
myself from towel
you can then you have to go through your promoters and arrange a new fight.
Exactly.
Me na me de issue no buy
Mati.
And I catch him say
don't worry, you've given me the means and mode. I will go to a bit more than Wilder and Deontay fighting. A bit more than Fury Wilder fight again rematch.
Okay. Yan to us for yan share Worcester and what no because say e catch mo say enra nsuo no beto and truly it did. Nsuo toya kopim say ade chinye ene anopa yi na nsuo no tie but yan share said there ene ebeko ene there is no indication say nsuo beto bio ene. In fact, according to the forecast around bia 12 and a showers kakra bi no crying last for but it might not even come because the percentage is just 41%. Nti and then soon to but temperature no yebewo upper 50s and then we'll be down to lower 50s later part of the night. See ameno ka say temperature near 55 by 12 ebeko up to 56 but maximum temperature na ebenya 58 but lowest about 54. That will be around 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Dan auto repairs adaruma and I did a weather report no ede bremo afemo ma yehwa agudi ohun sam kakra bi anopa so yabo no dia bremo ye bre ne kodie nanso de hia no na ehia say Alex Ferguson former Manchester United manager or say coach I friend say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from so abra Manchester United any Everton share no or say uye team a abribia say we started with your best players. Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo, ex-Man United boss, say Alex Ferguson says start your best players. Yeah. Now in another tabloid interviews, or say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a mistake by not starting Cristiano Ronaldo. Or say your best players might not necessarily have a good day, but the fear he creates for the opponent and no alone, other players no free field day. Emma Mutumisha goes. Say Ronaldo Jinema, defenders be mienu and sign nibe kon because owonim so no yet tormentor in general. Now other players are found washe. Nti say Alex Ferguson say I was bribia o start o best players. Eno ene ensemo a hwe time no say boy 11:30 hon kasa. Abo say
11:28.
About 11 seconds.
I'm lock it on 28. I got you. 0.30. Zali, we pass him there.
Some make a say about 11.
Well, fastest man, less than 10 seconds. Record the Gini Bema 10 seconds. Not release. You are good.
I tell for Beka, there were too many. There were too many. Maminu ma brandy Mike. Nessa. Sports news time. It's sports news time. I mean flow. Kylian Mbappe. I did send me about 2 years. I'm for Kase or no. I no crese or Kikana Junior teammate. I friend say Neymar. Or say no cre. Kylian Mbappe spoke to PSG teammate about referring to him as a bum. B-U-M. Yeah. Yeah. Also Kikabi. Yeah. I say yes. Bum. Yeah. I say yes. I said that. Now, these are things that happen all the time in football. Immediately after I was seeing how big it had become, I talked to him about it. Also, can we who said, I news you can see a man for Kano. I want to call an chain.
I think you like such people. He's truthful. When
oh, yeah.
No, okay.
And no dan chance. Yeah, trust us.
Brantem no kawasem.
Thank you, Manichu.
Yeah, me too.
Say I'm no worker say BBC Abrante friend Chris Sutton.
Yeah, Chris Sutton.
Or see Mohamed Salah is the best player in the world. Mohamed Salah better than Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, says Chris Sutton. At the moment.
For the moment it's true.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah, he's the best player in the world. Or you African Intio.
Yeah.
And Mohamed Salah pa ya Britisher. He's
nowhere near Salah. For the past 4 or 5 years, last year was a blip. By his own high standards, but last season, but he's been consistent.
Very consistent.
Highest goal scorer in a single season.
Yeah.
He carries that enviable record. 32 goals, 33 goals. Stand for correction, but Ronaldo.
Coach, I friend who said Georgian Klopp will say goal la Mohamed Salah. Yeah. A better amount for over 60 years.
I agree.
Or see, people will remember this goal for in 60 years.
I agree. It's one of the best goals you can ever watch in your world.
60 years.
The skill, the precision,
where he took the ball, he had no right to score that goal.
And nobody would have thought he would have scored.
Exactly. And now, 10 years, City plays 3. And then he waved 2-3.
He still had a way to take it off and go in the FF.
And now, or share with the weaker foot.
Say Messi in a share. And will still
come on the Bay FIFA.
Messi go watch similar ones. So even this one, look at the noise the Barca had. Back where South African Inti. I mean, it's okay. Even then, I'm catching saying he will not be compared to the Drogbas and Etos. I mean, virtually the way he's building himself. You know? Maybe one day there will be that debate between or no. Say in the African terrain in our down who ne efforts.
Barcelona consider a move for Manchester City in England forward Raheem Sterling, according to Mundo Deportivo. Sterling is not happy with the situation. Why a bit part player. Now the Catalan Giants are also remain in negotiations with former Spain midfielder and club legend Javi. Person Kofatabi Hernandez.
Yes.
Now Obeyi Ronald Koeman as manager Everton. And so Donny van de Beek Holland near Branty Alco Canteen time or Manchester. Who say or course who bow. According to Kowaka friend say North via mail and on 2 say Everton say ombesa try say some away ombetumi nya no naba January aseben ombenya no naba Goodison Parker. Manchester United they consider AC Milan any Ivory Coast midfielder friend say Frank Kessie Obaka Brante he's a target for Barcelona for Liverpool and Chelsea as well. Say the AC kika kwa baby Edra Pogba one sign new contract no and show ya obeko it is a Pogba beko there any Frank Kessie no ko fana be sha na mu Calcio Mercato na ewo Italy. And this happy panabana Italy wano tuto mercato Casio mercato kasa na tuto mercato si there be measurement na ho and they am no ka say almost say Inter Milan so say omo ready so amber revive omo interest e Chelsea Spain winger Brent say Marcos Alonso mu it Inter still so mo pe Alonso. Manchester City are winning the race for 24-year-old Villarreal Spain defender. Friend said Pau Torres. According to reports, say Pep Guardiola are convinced Brantiana and Pau Torres by Manchester City. But the question people are asking is, City say here defender view. Amaric Laporte,
yes.
Ruben Diaz, S.A.O. John Stones, 3 top central defender. Ake cross out. It was a defender be
they don't need.
Pep Guardiola.
They need an out and out striker. They need.
Where some PL is out to know we will be man.
Yes.
Adding. Anyway, report HS Metro Edia Diaban say Pep are convinced Brantenham as he say his mind is turned to Manchester City. Tottenham Hotspur can sack coach Nuno Espirito Santo in the summer without having to pay him any compensation if he does not lead them to a top 6 finish in the Premier League according to the contract where Athletic and Adiaba na and also Edia Ababeto Ija and so Elho and no Chelsea any Juventus Monaco Abrante friend say Aurelian Chumani. Now according to report Calcio Mercato Diabache say and Oma value Abrante no 34 million pounds sterling. Juve and so finalizing a deal to extend Paulo Dybala, 27-year-old Argentine forward, the contract. According to reporter Gazzetta dello Sport, Edia Bache said Abranteno Jesiano Ayadia Amo Ebe contracting until 2025. AC Milan so say Omo ready to start negotiations to extend manager friend Stefano Pioli's contract with them with his current deal running to the end of this season. Yes, Ebishi Numu and to be a Ebony. England, the first team to sack their coach Watford. Omo akwakofa coach friend of say former
Claudio
Chelsea
Ranieri,
coach.
Claudio Ranieri.
Former coach Chelsea coach and Leicester champion.
Claudio
Ranieri. The first manager has been sacked in England. Watford manager. Yapamno.
Yeah, he's not performing.
Yeah. Yapamno.
That's why I love the English. I mean, they don't joke. I mean, you need to stay tip top.
Ntimbepam Atata.
Arteta has had backing. I mean, Stan Kroenke Krasi, I mean, he's backing him. That's not by their own lofty standards. They believe in traditions.
Black Stars, Obekaya coach, friend say Milovan Raivat, and they move 27-man squad. Exclusive reporter, Unity Sports, Yensa Kanche say Omubeshe training and say 27 players will open camp Tuesday, which is today. So probably we will have something to report on tomorrow to begin preparations for this match day 3, right? Match day 3. Match day 3 and then 4 World Cup qualifier Qatar 2022 yani Zimbabwe. Now we a decision of the technical team to excuse 5 players from the squad ahead of the qualifiers. Ismail Ganiyu, Tariq Fosu Henry, Joseph Alfred Duncan, Mubarak Wakaso, and Emmanuel Jesse. These players will not be there. The team is expected to travel to Cape Coast on Tuesday morning, where they will begin training in the evening for the first game on Saturday. Meanwhile, England, Mrantia from England based right back Andrew Chere Yadom, who plays for Reading FC, is currently being assessed after picking up a knock on Saturday during a championship game against Cardiff City and got replaced by Jamara Clark in the 80th minute. Coach Milovan Rajic and his men are seeking to get back to winning ways following the 1-0 loss to South Africa in the second Group G game. The Black Stars, who began the World Cup qualifying game campaign with Ethiopia, winning 1-0 on day 1, sit second in Group G with 3 points after 2 rounds of matches. T Black Stars and omo Asia champion say Cape Coast na yabo Zimbabwe nyame aduma Saturday. Now, England manager will not be forced into selecting Ghana target Hudson-Odoi. Ora, a friend said Gareth Southgate say, and yes, Hudson-Odoi, I share that call Ghana, no, I call Ghana president ho, no, I know there be, and Yano Nadibe, and a man after say, oh, man, yes, I will call Bobo Ghana. And the England coach Southgate say he will not hand a call up to Chelsea winger Callum Hudson-Odoi, even if that will mean losing him to Ghana on Faho. I know any Asaman.
That's seriousness, and I like it.
Yeah,
he should switch allegiance because he wants to, not because he will not chance with England.
Yeah, because England for fan. That's just what the other
yes, decoy, second choice. I mean, or they have a fire. They are fosro. And players that are Manchester United. I mean, normally. So I agree that Southgate is saying that you'll be called on merit, but the point is that prove yourself at your club and get playing opportunities. So one body, you can't call a player because he's sitting on the bench. I think the only slice on him. Worst case, leave Chelsea if he wants a lot of playing time.
Kumasi Asante Kodoko signing a midfielder friend Sharif Mohammed from Division 1 League outfit friend Steadfast. According to report, 4-year contract. And Brantiano Asante Kodoko has unveiled the player and also another news name. Etumi Ababe Toho from the local front now and also also I don't know. Agyarko is no more a player of Attafuah Great Olympics CU. Now the chief executive officer of Accra Great Olympics, Oluboy Commodore, has said that the club's agreement with Attafuah has been nullified after the letter failed to abide by the agreement to sign Agyarko. Now according to Oluboy, Attafuah agreed to pay Agyarko a transfer fee in 2 installments. The first installment on the 31st of September and the second was to be paid on 2nd October. He explained that Attafuah have breached the contract after failing to pay the contract on 2nd October and thus the player must return to Great Olympics. We had an agreement with Attafuah and they wanted to pay 50%. The first installment was paid on the 13th September. The second installment was to be paid on 2nd October. In the agreement, it was said if they fail to pay the money, the agreement is nullified or terminated, which was signed by Vincent Sowa-Odote. He is currently an Olympics player and must return to us now. Any amount paid is not it's not refundable.
Exactly. So it's a contract.
Wow.
Of course. You did not fulfill your part of the contract. Anyway, it should be stipulated, but it's stipulated there.
I see it is stated in the contract. Yes. I say any money paid is non-refundable. And it's in quote.
Yeah.
He is currently an Olympics player and must return to us. Any amount paid is not refundable.
Yeah, exactly.
In the contract.
Exactly.
Why will Haas sign such as, excuse my language, stupid contract?
No, but it's a sensible one.
It's not.
The point is 100 million.
No. How can this be a sensible contract? 50%.
Wait, you have 50, but the next trench, the bar player near Wodia. But we want for fellow side of the contract until Baba Jusika.
Manucho,
tell me more.
Now, how can this be a sensible contract?
But until say won't pay you man, that's why Baba Jusika. No,
player no, more than Abobo.
I'm not in Bobo.
Player, friend, you're top player. We are signing the player for this coming season. You start the season or your Champions League class. Fine, because so much you have, so they think no necessary documents. Almost submit a list to CAF.
Exactly.
My point is say, if has indeed signed this contract, one of the most stupid contracts I have ever seen.
Why?
See, contract no player no 100 million Ghana cedis. I'm minimum scale, but I'm just saying, let's say 100 million Ghana cedis contract. Now, my share say, me 2 installments. First 1 year September, something, and then the last 1 year October 2nd. My second one now. First, Sikana me 50,000 Ghana no. Olympics Fedi. Player now me for no board no. On Samra Olympics. And you are calling this a sense of
Olympics will do it because Olympics themselves, it's our player. You barely want to have the player.
I'm not blaming Olympics. I'm saying heart of folk if it is true. And I will say it's no, maybe the house now maybe say house is science idea.
I know contracts have been signed that metal player at the end of the season. Say Bibi Banu to me and to more 50 million and as well. Say Bibi, okay, you've resigned to losing a player.
Manucho, house of folk is already a club going to Africa.
They should even have paid him for. No, that's
what I'm saying. No, and yet you have. That's what I'm saying. Say when Sika say, when sure say, Ubu to Sika na anya player na. Now I could 50,000 Ghana.
Because you
now when you should play now has how many players can non place you. Now the 50,000 Ghana coach, and you are saying say it's
they
a good
should
contract.
Go and look for money and pay and which are there's the end of discussion. At that point,
the weekend, now so much and Quebec and Haka. Omo ntimi ntua say sika na omo tua no so boy commodore say contract nation mu say sika na omo tua 50% na non-refundable. And I make say why will has go into such an agreement?
The point is which you have 15 anka say which mean you are not
you refund my money and take your player.
We bet you I saw at any time. We are buying my player.
No say clauses. Say be say
what if you change your mind?
Chelsea, my make some cho. Chelsea got to Ekofa loan Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid. Unim the entire protract here. Nina say Atletico Madrid Chelsea this shame say obligation to buy
exactly
for 34 million pounds sterling. Exactly. Chelsea fought and said say some of the obligation nation and a more former player. Option. And Chelsea fought and got the option.
Yeah, because maybe players have been lost through some of these things.
What are you talking about?
No, but the mere fact Chelsea had one eventual doesn't mean they win. Daniel Levy has similar way. City didn't win. It depends on the team.
No, said Daniel Levy and they're in shame.
Obligation to buy, option to buy. It beholds on the team to accept or not.
As my contract, it beholds on the team. So until you can say contract. That's what I'm saying, sir. Chelsea may help Atletico player. Atletico for say, okay, you don't remember loan for 1 year because Muslimu Nisika money beton is here. Nemo move and say season and there by force. Moba 34 no matono. And Chelsea say, as a player na for exactly one amount the anti betua loan fee for 1 year. But Obama Bayad there. Near Tono say the option should be with Chelsea. On say Barcelona.
So everything is a risk.
Barcelona ne Bayern Munich. On Coutinho, it was the same thing. Barcelona wanted to put obligation to buy. Bayern Munich says no. We want option to buy.
Do you know why? Because sometimes the players in question are peripherals. I'm a strong player. Because the time we Ronaldo was going to Madrid, you know. That time Ronaldo but to now buy option to buy Ronaldo.
No, say Ronaldo there. So player outright a different.
No player now.
But what I'm saying is
Awaku is one of the biggest and loudest prospects in Ghana.
If it or biggest and loudest, I'm exactly. Say any team kotokokranya no betono.
Exactly.
Okay, so Argentina has mobile agreement. Say 100,000 Ghana cedis. You bet you half. Say you bet you half. Say two installment. Name mum say your first one need default on the second one. Scanner it doesn't make sense to you.
Baby, I meant to ask say anti heart into me here. Then they should. Maybe I'm quite percentage.
Null and void. Take your player.
All your money.
And then our co-wife baby has.
Oh yes, but all your money. No, but I'm wondering why you think that they should be, say at any time Hearty. It's a son you must okay. Master my minister. You see, from second man not you player back.
Yeah.
Olympics should lose.
No. See, in the agreement, that's what I'm saying. Haas is a bigger club.
No, you see, it's about who defaulted. Who defaults? You're not understanding my point. Your point is that Hearts shouldn't have signed that one.
No.
But Mr. Then says, I would have understood you where at any point Olympics changes its mind, Hearts will have to forfeit her. Then our
Olympics changes its mind.
But you see, in many their own, may Jema more show. But if you default,
that's why keep your money. That's why Ghana born in a dear chirache. Player contracts, signings, and all that. But for Hearts of Folk, say team te say has now ko to Olympics player one unim say me no the ntie ma me ti Olympics ase with installment clauses in the contract and they say has it to players omuntua
yeah
ombema obi na afi di aka no wo be twe omabo so a omuni kotokokra ya de in that sense better than has in terms of paying transfer fees near de nti Olympics no win has no omunim say ejango yamfa bibia nhihye man gofo yi ombebu ya kwasia nti omuntua me point ni say if has no so munya 100,000 Ghana enkoto player na then don't put that clause to say after 2nd October yantua sikana
oh you are enjoying it
obatambe
manike
yantua sikana
na say awunu ehuna ye
oba no
ehuna ya na say we are only having a beautiful discussion
yeah ba the person that make sports news na many ena ye ba two esanka do atambe
from kase ni nyama no mekra maka sabre from time ano
esanka do atambe
obo from time ano
no crowd hu beba 15 minutes Manucho starting tokana
manen kasa
tokana na so won ne won class
oh no this am yanko ni
yeah but me point ni say I think if has to fuck indeed me
signed it
me be an Oluboy Commodore so di hu na omo but say wo mu pa say 100,000 Ghana
ne sika na hye e na onja say sika na hye omo yusu nti am kofa no e mom ana sisi you think
no say dey we no crepa dia and na Sam George justified
that
na say as he was tiska nti I didn't say Sam George mom
say na make sure say even Ronaldo's case in the final year no only way your contract be say they should buy him from United someone car they will give him some huge compensation if for any Ronaldo if for any reason
Ronaldo had played
me say Ronaldo in the final year 2008 going 2009 on your sign contract says if for any reason they are not able to buy him from United he will take from United they will compensate him. Madrid and Tumi Antona they will compensate him a huge amount of money. It's because Madrid agreed say Madrid you better no club
you see this is
one more than say Tumi Antona I say open Hazard not Hazard tuning minds away.
It's not the player in question here who is fighting. It is not the player. It's a Manchester United ne can say Ronaldo manye say be mu say you are talking about Ronaldo. That is a different aspect.
Awaku is a Ronaldo.
No. Unti dem Awaku no wo can o see Ronaldo ni Madrid and na kasa. And o say you've turned my head.
Exactly.
So go get me. That is different.
Yes.
This is Olympics has to folk.
Exactly now we see.
Into Olympics enya Glasna Wako na e say mama mizo. Olympics how can a bigger club like us go and sign this stupid contract if it is true? If it is
that
true,
should be, but you were stipulated for the we went here. We say,
no, it is very stupid.
Oh, no,
to me.
No, it is not.
If it is true, until make us until me use if no, because if you are Oluboy Commodore, also so
you should go and look for the money and pay. We are simple. I don't see why it should be say okay, obligation say China this time which mean chase shall say we don't you have intention not to pay. Open 12 food day, me simba beje dino. Me bet you half.
You see,
me compare half aba.
No. If now adding to the chroma, how could be fear? So you first and last, for oh. No, me know why your contract say J 1,000 compare 1,000 aba by the end of the month. Me the bar with Daniel media. Say man fan bar be face scan. No, what? Man fan bar be face scan.
Of course, why wouldn't you take it?
I have to player now. Player
have to folk to go and look for the money and pay.
But people give people's money. Oh. Obi abejinti jusika
the Olympics you use Canada dad and it's can buy for budget
yes start sports no quickly now more just 12 minutes
by the time yamo so na bantem
I mean so they went
say Hussein has
no they went to sign contract they sign contract because they themselves it's going to be
the somebody can
abnormalities and normalities be
I don't know who share nim kawasem who share na him and
for me show any man
who share man
Oh, I think what I wanted to say is it say breach of contract bebem. What I say, entina you sign contract. You sign contract now bind you obia. Until if other parties in fulfilling an obligations are whatever is in the contract, you know, they will stretch it to the latter. So that's what Oluko Commando has been in the
me blame Olympics. The Olympics here na there. Se contract no omo yes smart. But me no me point ni say yampa say Has the shame say player and you turn 100,000 Ghana. You're 1250 on September 23rd. The other one is supposed to be on 2nd October. I'm far ma 50,000 no more player. If it is
that is contract.
I'm not saying it's not. If it is true, not have to focus disappoint. Not just say
maybe let me lower my
and there's something true or legal brains.
Well, maybe 50 is too much, but they have to lose some amount of money to say they should refund
50%.
That time is a lower my stance. They have to lose 20, but to say they should get all their money back into there. Contractually, they also be stupid on Olympics part.
Some agreement be open. You can say we are buying the player for 100 million. You be 50 say I'm not default here. No be pen at all. For Isikama, simple. Has is bigger than Olympics. Has should have upper hand in contract.
No, but you say they should lose all. It's what they say Olympics. Through no fault of theirs, has Omenian Tonti, Ombejo Msika.
No, I'm not blaming. No matter what said they didn't bargain well.
Olympics
is a bigger club. They should bargain well.
Where they are bigger means that okay, you are more 50%. You are after 1 month. You play
Olympics. Glad now. Wakona has any brain who has it on. Say has Antona. Team benefit me Ababeton this year.
No, maybe Kotoko were in the picture. That's why Hearts were fast to go and do that sell contract because he was one of the biggest players at Kotoko Sunya Mope. Unless one tell me that
Kotoko has not been linked.
That's why they are almost about Kumun and Wokoto Stefan players. They are not serious. Wokoto striker and Pokoto Petama mom. Wokoto Awakuna Monon to Wokoto Stefan United player. It's no. I will be surprised. No,
there was no link.
But the point is, the Hearts wanted the bigger fishes to stay.
We are not saying, and I applaud Hearts because
why they signed
Hearts Neko Africa.
Or what contract?
Africa.
Well, I agree with you. Olympics will also not say that when Yesika Babeji. They also want to get some muscle out of it.
Stupid contract. Very stupid.
The Olympics. Okay, we are small fish, and they have my more 50%.
Olympics, we are small fish. What I'm saying is, Hearts should have had a better bargain. How can you say
the bargain was 50%?
10 million. My mom first installment 5 million. 2 weeks time me dey akaba. Man fa dey akama. Ade na me tono fawade misika so sanfa.
No Olympics so ka say
how does this even make sense?
Upon catch say okay, me 10 million or no contract so.
The
boy also go in say okay, my mom half, no my bro half. No, me perform.
So
Olympics so ka say me perform money or no contract so.
That is
so
okay.
50 was a negotiation.
No, commando stop. Sorry, only commando say almost person almost discarding now so much that player na mom. Exactly. Folks say almost 50% and almost some of the player na that's a 50%, mama betray.
That's a player has some fun and come here. On fan more. No, what
coming?
He signed.
I'm already signed.
I'm already
signed on young born crowd. She says I cross of player.
But if the contract becomes null and void and it's terminated, registration is meaningless.
Yeah, that's right. It's your
no about you boy said all my money has ye nibi. Ye nibi.
50%. Or say I want all my money.
No, see ye nibi. I don't. In a heart negotiating 50 and it was a bad contract. They shouldn't done that.
Only Olu boy Commodore story no. Wabi and Hawker say no scanning in her. We had an agreement with Attafuah and they wanted to pay 50%. The first installment was paid on the 13th September. The second installment was to be paid on October 2nd. In the agreement, it was said that if they fail to pay the money, the agreement is nullified or terminated, which was signed by Vincent Soadote. He is currently an Olympics player and must return to us now. Any amount paid is not refundable.
So what do you say? Hearts negotiated the entry.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Hearts. Maybe they say many problems say Hearts defaulted.
Yeah.
But they should have paid to get a player. But so who defaulted?
Negotiate here.
Oh, my say negotiation there a bargaining. Maybe Toma Anucho. Aba Unity Radio, we see 100 million, Monsieur, 100 million. Okay, yeah, Kasa ya ni BCB, I'm fancy 20 million or 30 million. And I'm seeing Yanina, intimate you 20 million, make you 10. Not 2 weeks time, the 10 I day. Abba, tell me 10 no, and I'm a new to start here, Juma. ana manu twa ebo ana me ka smesi asem so ana manu twa start adwuma ebo adwuma ene bia
no one can't deny you say we were demanding all the amount from Accra so before we release the player because we know this will happen. Ghana soccer net.
Oh yes, so we will read it from a different website.
But that would be why
from a different website.
Hearts negotiated.
But whichever way, to say utie say or can say has any can say on between 50%. Many problem with that. Well, whether say no Olympics he demand this scanning in 25%, 10%. But a year me one was a team like Hearts of Folk could go and sign such a contract. Say player me 100 million, 100,000 Ghana. Yamamu 50,000 Ghana. Say yenye 50 in 2 weeks ama. Player no contract it's nullified. Player no back to Olympics and Olympics get richer 50,000 Ghana.
Well,
without a player kicking the ball for Hearts of Folk.
It's what you don't need to kick it. You see, it's an ambitious one. Hearts of Folk because it's
a stupid contract if it is true.
What do you think? Contract the amount for it will buy buyout cost be 1 billion. It's amount for contract.
Oh, that be this is a where your player
the breach of contract. No,
Olympics has done a smart business, but I am rather talking.
They thought it was chicken change or 50,000 a month. You benye issue. Unless you want, I should be Okroma, no be Ghana. So every month you be a mama $100. Go find Okroma non sign 100 every month. They make him the amount. But we are not saying would you do kwasiasem? Or every month you mean about $2,000.
And yeah, no manuchuti.
It's kwasiasem na hard to deal.
Has is an entity. Yeah, anything American.
But because 50,000, they should get it.
Has Team Woko Africa manuchu 50,000 Ghana cedis. You know what they can do for the teams? 50 crown to me the top player for Flobemienu.
So you think anyway.
Now who top player? Who can you say? Me top player na wie. They say Real Madrid to hazard features on. Or to wie and or the buyback can say
release buyback clause.
No, not buyback.
Sell on.
The trigger friends saying. They ultimate to say release clause. They say there Mbappe name and
obligation to buy.
No, not obligation to buy. They mo de koto party they no me fit out a contractual term the addition contract mu a o pesa o beto no a say triggers our amount no
okay
buyout clause
buyout clause na me pay eno na wo kan eno ye different eno de ti say has we ba me wie me point no ti say has ato even say awakọ awie no na has de ashem say ye boka koto 100 million player no a valuable asset to us. Into our person beton sell on or buy out
on what sales
and that's all person turner trigger it be at 500,000 Ghana. Yeah, turn 100. When the player and his agent agrees that is between us, but when they are fair has a quarter player no. And has any player no more ball man on kicking ball. Then the contract has default. The money 50,000 goes back to Olympics. The player goes back to Olympics, and there's Olympics. I got top player on 200. Olympics, it doesn't make sense.
Contract was not ready to negotiate. If you can give me 100, and they won't say 100,000 no
contract. Now it be ashima the thing bind amount for buy a cross on everybody.
Made a mistake that agreeing that say me now back for second me now 50% 50,000 but say me 1 month time now me ko pay me 50,000 but me just kind of like I said me just kind of for 20% of the money impo. And 50% no much. If you default, Ghana, will you do that? If you default, take 10% and not 20%.
Who run a football club? Who got Manucho free me meeting ho? Okay. Now I ban me see Manucho came at Manucho 100,000. 100,000 and now me sign contract. Now one me 50,000. Now I sign trash a contract in me. Myself finish so. I me my choice say. So one for my 2 weeks time. 50,000 now. What you are now my fat. Player knows
because initially you were not ready to negotiate 100,000 or don't talk to me. And also other party.
No, if that was the point there, then I have my hand because Internameka say it doesn't make sense because say has as a team, to me 50,000 Ghana say na kano.
You desperately go and sign.
Yeah, what you saying? Because it's here no more team nika more player now more company services now more nyano to begin with. Wa mo bo amamu da. Now say ko boka 50,000 Ghana. Olympics are getting richer. free.
They were desperate.
Now they are for motivated players now come over.
They were desperate. Where I agree, they were desperate.
If you are desperate, they are find money and pay.
That's what.
If you really need, that's what I'm saying. Player no more agree any they need problem.
What I agree with you is that take all the 50 was an ambitious one and come for 20% impo for the troubles.
Can you close now? Can you they mean say until make us Olympics play the first one. Which I didn't. Maybe I understand some Ajay has there.
No, because our was needed.
We should be accountable for this.
Yes.
Ask him, and then I think say
all the 50
what they can do is say,
Ebi I understand because Ebi I know Oluboy Commodore so yeah. They say the best can be back. Ono what he said Daniel Levy your hard game.
You see at that point Oppo consider Hearts also had to register him. They didn't have the money. One for the day and shame so what turn going to Mumbai Africa. When the Ghana boy Chacho, you want to sign a player who didn't need Africa, my brother won't
Manucho. Let's
go for some of these ambitious
I agree
ones.
with what you say, but listen to this. Said I want to register him. Registering him doesn't make him your player. Pay the contract you have.
But with CAF, it is sorted.
Mami, it is sorted, but he can play for you. Sorted nini dina odi akono. No,
but what the difference Shemusu?
Udim say CAF udi din kokra later utu $2,000.
Unless I am thinking that Kaka media chain at that point na yedi din shemu. If we are able to sort out we CAF issues will be and yes you any sanko CAF ni enfa nko shame ni ade no. Won so ma say maybe I would have waited another story.
Until you go to CAF 50,000 now odi ko shame no. And sika na aka ese ko tua player no na sha because the essence of a deal now
they say sa late one in bia ye bia na obesan dia shemu. Then yes say
no ya no more window be before the CBS is almost started. But first no more window so later then you pay money to put the player in. But my point is also they were desperate to register him.
Exactly.
That is true. Being desperate to register him, you have to use that same desperation to because the full benefit and the essence of you registering the player is for the player to play for you.
That is why they need to find the money.
What can register player? No say gidi. Manya ntama CAF deadline baby team. Inti money 50,000. I mean can register no. Me can register anyway. Sika na say me betua so that emfaso amenya player no so for paying that money no. Aboa club no.
I think you are not being fair to Odote at that time. He rather felt he was helping them.
Say me the company am asana be run no.
Football is when Odote knows that. Oluboy is making difficult 100 million.
I have my player, and you have come to me. I know they don't. Blame Oluboy. I'm blaming difficult. Difficult saying
difficult that all the money or me releasing them, like soccer. I mean, says 100 million. Although I work with 100 million, more face canambra. Inside there, no negotiation. Oh, the 50, maybe more 50,000 also. Sir, okay, and the 1 month too. After 1 month,
no, don't make it seem to say has a baby club and Oluboy bubo any channel. That is what I'm saying. Ghana football terms, Kotoko has. Are the biggest. Until Olympics in your team or Beluna has. Hey, and I from there. And you will na be a bus is here. The thing is, this can yawafa. I am with the winner Abina. That is what I'm saying. Bentina Meka say, if it is true, like he says, say Shemusa Adia has signed a very stupid contract.
Oh, I disagree.
Because has a bigger club and this Olympics, a bullying and Sakosha contract, one family player. Mami, what's what was 50,000?
Until Ghana be 2 days to deadline. Maybe I could talk up a player be for me being a low. Can find a player I could register no not some penina. I yet sometimes begging Yabim. Who be that say
but I've never seen somebody sign a contract say.
Hold on. You're packing.
Let me give you this. Kofi Abanga. Kofi Abanga from Aduana Stars to Kotoko and then to Has. Kofi Abanga never played for Kotoko, but he signed a contract with Kotoko. And no crano, Omode and Yadin has the Yadin Jini fi Kotoko nsem. And Kotoko, maybe America Kotoko Sika now more cheer for Kofi Abanga were funded to Kotoko. It's my point in this here. Adiana me betono. What mamma you know, Adiana mentime you suda. Missy Council so as happening now. The metria mano.
This is a simple question. So one TV that said 2 days registration. I can find a large group size moving difficult. Someone from Sika, my member more register no. I could talk on their panic. You be confused. Oh, me funny didn't say no.
They're okay. Manuchu.
At that time, your bigness is small. You know, tell that you register no. Now you
Odote assigning Glads na wako no. Now they had some weeks before CAF registration. Almost your ball league we are no signing no. Your ball league we are and some normally CAF list now who play are not signing no. What is the essence?
To play for you.
play for you. Now the player cannot play for you. 50,000 also as akoshi. Into what is the sense?
There's always a price to pay if you sign a contract which is like this.
There's always so now you are coming back to what I was saying.
The price is that find the money and pay. Me pay why dear badly no po. What catch some money to on the mommy say
na. Everyone come money di what me acho. Me say.
No, I don't think
has contract on sign. Has contract on sign. Say yampa nyansa ba kukurenim.
Oh, couple.
This is a very stupid contract for us to sign if it is true. I'm only saying this. Ebiana Oluboy Commodore so washe de hunu has said them kind just to get the parts payment, you know. What I say because we don't have a copy. Tina me use if you know because certify nkabe me ya. I'm not a Haas fan, but for a club like Haas to sign such contract, say player na yenye nyusuna mana mo ba maeda 50,000 Ghana so e kokwa. Abba.
I understand to you, but I think you're not being fair to Odote. Because
for wasting scout, if it is true,
the moment and what the exigencies of the time called for.
What is the
called for? Say, you check a crane for in Africa,
because I need player. Eba Hasa.
Odote at that point, Odote they were practically begging Oluboy say, you need to African. No,
there is nowhere in the agreement I say practically begging. But my point in say,
then what is the point here?
So he just worked. No, you are trying to make a case for him. Practically begging. We don't use begging to sign contracts.
No, practically meaning that we should all make a case for him that you just say playing life follow or training and Marco training grounds now. I'm saying 100 million. I'm saying memo 15. You are trying to there was nothing that called for this.
You remember when
maybe some conditions called for this that we are not privy to.
You remember when Sputnik V contract assembled? Maybe so assembled.
Yes.
Sputnik V contract assembled. Papa no crow cancer no I desperate ni pay wu say no. Say now kind. Say now me kind. The point is, if you are desperate, it doesn't take your mind.
No, why desperate? The
desperation be any
desperation won't. They need him for Africa. They need to sign him for Africa. Kotoko has to be at more than let's make us say Ghana football won't be say Kotoko play be at Africa.
Kotoko has never
team B. Yes, we
the typical example.
Won't be there Kotoko play be
a typical example of. Me di transfer is a cheaper local. Me uka they say be na onye local. Me di Chastela Saga as listover. Ye di transfer me who contractor. Until I am ya in particularly with Hearts because Ghana and can customer legally now can sign good contract or a good dealing and bargaining legally and can has. It is papa say. Enter me use if no because e bia no Oluboy Commodore so Kasam no has e bia na all he said in the interview is not true. But if it is true, I'll be disappointed. Just like you said, Sika Kakraka 50% call free just because I want to get the list to CAF and then the player that I was desperate to get to CAF cannot play for me. My money too is gone.
Some play 100,000, they flop. They don't even do all near the
and I know there's a risk.
See, I mean, there's a risk. He took a risk. We don't only say a risk. I think it's a bad risk.
No, this is
a risk he took.
You didn't even get a player to see if a player was successful or not.
Successful. 100,000.
That is why I'm saying. That is why I'm saying that if it is true,
I shouldn't have.
That is why I'm saying if it is true, there were there because they wouldn't say only 100,000. No cry. Yeah, and no cry. I then I would first one September.
A month
13th.
Yeah.
Now could you second one October. I then na unchum crown ko December. I then na unim so unis can crowd. Give yourself some longer time.
Olobo and so you see you two there sign you then negotiate you.
No, yeah.
My mama 2 weeks.
Listen,
2 weeks.
Listen, players until I catch say this player I didn't see much of noise on him with teams chasing for his signature. Has now omu quick and they got the business done quicker because just like you said maybe they were thinking say other clubs might come on until let's get the business done on time but has in Yesika Munisika you don't do that. Hurricane Man City copy Hurricane it be on the American and Kofani say yeah the Isika 160 Tottenham when would they sign a 130 Omo the 120 kwasa the 10 can or see me 160 if you have the money come if that forces City say oh Papa ne see because Pep Guardiola said that the valuation Daniel Levy has on a friend is saying Hurricane a switch the way Omo see value no at
the end of season you come and sit here to discuss that you took a decision
for pundits and say City the whole go back and read today Obia why City will win the league.
why they will win. I also think that if they don't win, I have a script for them because I'm sure front line of Liverpool now I'm sure more in terms of goal scoring, Liverpool are more potent, more latent,
and who concedes more
than them.
Who concedes more?
If you are even conceding, you
City's
problem this season will be goal scoring.
Who
City's problem?
But see, what's your league table no?
This game against Wales, they should have won this game if they had a very good striker.
No. What's your league table no?
They are third. They are third.
I mean, can't we see Liverpool she goes goal difference. Chelsea were plus 12. Chelsea were 12. Liverpool 11. City 11.
That's Chelsea one boy. Liverpool one boy. City share 5.
Liverpool boy.
Yeah.
No. What say we say
you detailed when I make sure say.
And a City crowd but tough matches chair Liverpool. Do you know that?
Within the top 3 no.
City about tough matches
at the end of this season. City not getting a potent striker will be their Waterloo.
But they are scoring. When also on front 3 and prolific one. Omuni now 11 goals.
So they didn't need it. You didn't know. You feel it will not affect them.
No,
you have a right to say that.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm say
because
I am telling you that.
Their problem
was not getting Hurricane.
Calculated goals.
Then we go further to do. Let me just say, say their problem was not getting an Hurricane. I've read articles to say that City, team and come here a prolific striker to complement. What City can want to end of season, it will come back to discussion. If they don't get not to win anything, then we can discuss. And now when say then say, oh, your evaluation alone, it doesn't make them victors. They've not won anything. At the end of the day, because of our evaluation, 130, 160 and ton. Okay, end of season. If you lose trophies, then you come to know that 30 million trophies. If City doesn't get to win any trophy, of course now when we need trophy and yet
let's leave that for the future. But what you just said, say front 3 goals or that was my basis for getting back to the table.
What I'm telling you is that between the front 3 of Liverpool, between them a lot of goals. The past 2-3 seasons, the City we on top front
past 2-3 seasons now.
230 goals between them.
City are league in the same. Liverpool are league in the same. Last season the front 3 are okay no more. Omutimi league. Front 3 no more. The Premier League 1 years. Omonye back Klopp will buy our starting ball.
You see why sometimes I made my points.
Klopp will buy.
I made the points to you that I think not getting a striker will affect them.
Klopp will buy.
Then you also have no. They don't affect them. Then we move on.
It won't affect them.
Then we move on.
No, I have to justify what I'm saying. It won't affect them. So why justify out there? What's the front 3 now? Within the last 3-4 years, almost more goals. Now maybe say last 3-4 years.
Is that a fallacy?
And what have they won? What G League changed Pep Guardiola? No.
So in the 160 evaluation on turn, we move on. If
Guardiola season,
your dream is to win the league and the Champions League. The Champions League to win and league to win. You all felt you needed a striker. You all come back. You didn't get any prolific striker of a sort. So one part.
Beginning
and also one part. I understand you are justified if you say from the start of season also on striker because he thinks he has a team, but he barely wanted him, ready to sacrifice 130 million pounds. Pep Guardiola, he badly wanted Hurricane, ready to sacrifice 130 million.
He wanted him.
So if you not tell me that because of evaluation not so here, if evaluation was his problem but not needing the player, player
now okay.
He needed him
now okay. Until the and aside Sputnik Vinen is a blame papa no. So what Casadia because semi here 1 billion
he was desperate, but there were measures to do overnight. Which parliamentarians now?
Where the measures new?
The parliamentarians
a CIS for player beer, value player beer. Every player on this planet.
Maybe I can 3 times. I want us to settle on that there were means he could have used, which he didn't use. Parliament and him said situations come, so he can trigger.
Which is why
he did not. So what are you saying?
Which is why we blame him because. Or you're desperate or you're frustrated because people were dying until he was out of his sense and all that. Maybe it's not just a honor or you're desperate into one year. That is why we blamed him. Even under pressure, under desperation, under frustration, even though the country needed it, the need you're talking about, you still needed to do the rightful thing.
What's the rightful thing?
The rightful thing was follow procedure, procurement, go and buy.
The rightful thing is that Parliament knows that there's chance for desperation. Desperation can come.
And the rightful thing is following procedure.
No one tell you parliamentarians can say you say situations come. That's why sometimes we be trigger every man contempt. Okay, are they way no? And here
that is the right procedure.
That is procedure and yeah idea here. No, you have to put it in here. There is procedure for fast tracking.
Yes, procedure. Fast tracking, it is emergency. Is that not a procedure?
Exactly, there's emergency.
But is that not a procedure?
No, it's an emergency. There's normal procedure. And a check.
Manuchu, sometimes, my argument, any uncommon say yeah what different type of procedures so we are in normal call hospital that is your routine. If you have to see if you are sick, you call 911. That is also a procedure to go to hospital. It's no be serious be I will take your opportunity so be say na bibi say kasa what no friend 911 bibi say no one friend 911 because that's the procedure. There are different ways until our primary doctor craft friend or say yare any serious call emergency. What I say, the fact say no emergency procedure and just any procedure. That's what I'm saying. If something is an emergency, you activate the emergency procedure, and if you fast track it. He didn't do that. We blamed him. It's in a Pep Guardiola also say, well, the player.
Why did we blame him? Because there's an emergency procedure. If you said that it was a desperate situation, now we are rather than one for I say 911. Me say me back crab, Majun crab, my 7 friend 911. I say that is why we was we didn't even know you could call 911. As a minister of a sort, you didn't even reverse to now we made that friend 911. That is what the minister did. He did not even call 911. He did not. That is why I am blaming him. Did he call 911? And the
it's in America. Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola, they are blaming Pep Guardiola.
I'm not blaming him. I'm saying that
also the player needs need.
Yes.
If the need is there and they feel the valuation of the player, it's where skyrocketed. Then because I need him, it's me got on 160. Whilst I feel this player, it's not worth of what the sort of 160.
Yes, it's not worth. So I'll manage what I have.
Oh, need
need because one from starting. When he said this team I need a prolific striker to complement the team.
Oh, here there. Still, I saw Owusu-Bempah who say, okay, me, I do have me.
Owusu-Bempah, he said 160. No, one I was by what I have, the 160. Then your results will justify or show whether you're stupid.
Well.
But the results at the end of the season will justify whether you were stupid or not. And
you're stupid. If I feel Hurricane 160.
Your feelings, you can keep your feelings. I understand.
Was too much.
You can keep your feelings. That's your feeling.
The need doesn't mean
the point here is that if he doesn't get the needed results, you will come back and talk about it.
When the results mean what?
Means that he still has trophies to win.
But he will win trophies.
He will.
Pep will always win trophies.
I will not do a debate with well then you see why.
Now see if he doesn't. Now doesn't. Is it not in the future? Is it not in the future? We are playing. The season hasn't ended.
Now see how can I argue with you with you?
Now okay.
What can I say?
Champions League no. Champions League no.
Yeah,
Premier no.
He will. What's he will?
Hurricane now or here can I say this?
He will. It make us say he will not. No, he will.
Hurricane. If he had acquired Hurricane, Kawaji Trophy. Is it not going to be in the future?
That's why I said, let's see at the end of the season. He will come back.
That's what I'm saying. He
will. Then I said, if he said he will, I can't argue. Can I argue with he will?
He will.
Can I argue? There's no argument.
Season end we are.
He will. They were doing. I would not say he will not because it will not even make sense. See every argument. Understand? Let's leave it there. Exactly what I said. And then because the young end of season, he will be justified whether he made a sensible thing or a bad thing. So you leave it there. It's your end of season. You said, will you not accept that what he did was wise?
T-shirt you're showing. You need a T-shirt to wear for a program. And I say dress code need say. Now call be a Macy's and I store now go to T-shirt and now be and Macy's asana obisi o mi obi. T-shirt nankasa boy be $100 and then somebody says oh I have one and it's all permit to me the amount $1,000 and because you say the need is there ninti abra onim say sikano way over 100% inti because the need ninti ese chinchina mentor.
When you say shirt, football shirts are more than $100 now I think it's too expensive. I don't know what is in it. I mean who's buyer ordinary shirts no maybe $80 out but to be so feel say it's good and the price is good.
Yeah, but
the more you can I felt it was too expensive.
No, but you felt but you
I think $1,000 it's about affordability.
I felt
I think $1,000 on me is too much. Or did you say a very good shirt?
Yes. I felt it is you need to say your market price for everything. Every Chelsea shirt, every Arsenal shirt, every United. If you go to their website, it is listed there. Into a bono ye standard daho deda. Nti se e bono e daho Now cover be now even say we 100 no be turn to 250 300,000 now try and on a make to me what quite extreme because the standard prices from manufacturers no Inti sa standard
prices.
Won't mean to there.
He said Neymar standard price they be at 240 million or mutual and standard
because now ne buy out clause
conditions or I agree with
buy
you.
Buy out clause.
Inti Hurricane standard price in saying
Hurricane need buy out clause. Pep Guardiola says our valuation price. No, Pep Guardiola says our valuation, me and my team, our valuation on the player is 130 million.
Then
they say 160.
Yes.
And so you can have your player. And then I'll continue.
Then I said fine. So end of season there'll be a justification.
Bowsy was the need.
Exactly. The need because he wanted a striker. When Chelsea felt they needed a striker, there was Haaland, there was a lot of talk. At the end of the day, he settled on the Lukaku because he felt he needed a striker. And you needed
no. We went to go and check Chelsea. Chelsea went to Haaland.
No, Messi needed no.
The leader is there. Chelsea number one target was Haaland.
It's not about we Messi.
Cost. The need was there.
I'm not even cost argument. No, he could have still decided to go for another striker. No, but he still decided that.
Or shortlisted players.
You decided.
Chelsea shortlisted Lukaku or shortlisted a friend is saying Haaland and or shortlisted Robert Lewandowski cried there. Omu say nye Haaland way. Haaland agent in Kwaji about 35 to 40 million.
It's a different argument we have now.
And it's not.
You have
who can need
a striker.
Need who say first me number one striker. Even though I need a striker, the cost is stupid. I can't pay that stupid money.
Yes. So
it mean me move on to the second striker. Yes. But the second striker, me share affordable to me. It's within my valuation.
So you still bought a striker. You still bought a striker.
Yes.
That's what you need. He as City needed a striker. Their target was a Hurricane. They fought till the end. They realized
only
that
had Hurricane as their top striker.
They fought till the end. They decided against having a striker if they can't have an Hurricane. Then end of season, we will come back to have a beautiful discussion.
But they won the league without Hurricane.
So why did
they went to Champions League without Hurricane?
And did what? They didn't win.
They didn't win.
So they needed a striker. And I mean, they needed it.
Of course, they needed a striker.
And now he decided against having a striker
because he thinks he can play
So
with the
at
team.
the end of season, we will come and have a beautiful discussion. You can force me, Manicho, to come back and say, Manicho, what do you think about him? So I don't see why you have been stretching this. Say, Manicho,
who is stretching what?
Agro. Uchim doesn't mean that you're in the agro. Yeah, and just in the agro. Now, you see why you say you're just in the agro. Me, I was stretching because at the end of the day, okay, Manicho say he feel let's see how it will come back to.
Yeah, we should stretching the to us. Your time crack.
Now it doesn't mean you're in the agro. And I say stretching doesn't also mean you're in the agro.
Stretching your friends you your time call. Oh. Yeah, baby, I won't tell you. Exactly. Let's move on because
you end of season.
Let's
end of season. You better back. You are the host now. Like you better be Manicho. Are you following your words or not?
Your argument are in answers. How we see Liverpool 3 goals or Mushe Liverpool ne Pep Guardiola 11-11 the same goals points. My Liverpool 15 City 14 a day difference in Uma and Liverpool 1. Liverpool she goes on concede. Next City goes on concede this season. Ne compare. Se league go shankwa ne DG League. Now un concede. O Brentford 3. Now Brentford are short 3.
So stretching so I know me back.
So stretching.
Yeah, to us. All
the latest news, sports, politics, entertainment, health, traffic, weather, and more. Listen to Unity Morning with Oppo National. The only morning show you need. Now.
Okay, Unity Radio 1039. Asamas Trading here. Asraka say now. And Ash Pharmacy. Onusubo Chidom 1067 Main Street. We batch off our prescriptions. Nina for na yanya come and deliver of film farm now. Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon. Rabe UT na yen CSU. Sanso and the law offices of Lawyer Angwa for Simin Kantel said what issue. Ewo fikisiem uhiamwa ha nioma no unyanye unwie peye Joe Biden policies bebre we rolling it out no pe se hu se ebi o ha otebia no obetumi anya ho mfaso mu a eno ane se obefre immigration lawyer Tony 508-770-1600 508-770-1600 na oni attorney Stella Angwafo akasa na watumi aboa omo ena boy chidoma enenso yɛde agudi hunsam sports debate and yɛde face no yɛde ebro yɛde asada kese ma Gold Coast catering services abusua say the African restaurant no yɛ kan ne yɛ Gold Coast ɔma different level 8 Blackstone River Road ɛna yɛwɔ drive through no yɛ adwuma aduane bia wo pɛ di bia yɛne wokondo grilled chicken, fried rice, jollof rice, banku, any tilapia, fried yam, so any fish, anachofi, any meat of your choice. Then you now be nyabi. Now omu banku, any peanut soup, any goat meat ni dia masa. Na waju okra, you can okra organa, musi yankana okra. Ka krebi dia fra masa. Ekoye pa. Omu nyina boy chidom ena ene yatena se adi dwumadi bro. 8 Blackstone River Road. Eho ena obi hu yen. Couple of messages now yen to so okay hey akwesi ha jun see Mami Aba says Opo, I told you it's the same everywhere. The leaders always sign contract without doing due diligence because of the little they will get 10%, and in the end the masses suffer. Don't they have a legal representative? Mami Aba no Nana Kofi Abeka say it's sensible contract for Olympics and not for us. That was exactly my point. And not Heart of Folk. Why will they sign such an outrageous contract? I'm sad as a Heart of Folk supporter. Okay, Mami Aba says I don't get why a player who plays regularly is not called by but a player who hasn't kicked a ball for his club is called up. We have a long way to go. Nana Kofi Abeka says, good afternoon. How are you all? Manucho, as usual, Aris naughty, sarcastic, and mischievous self. Now we are taking. Okay. Messages no dia kan ya na ira I don't know Facebook is say crowd messages ni ba na bia kwehye you say when you this number of messages so you can see all of them and read. Okay, yan to so na yan hwe amanyosem so enen sem da yapono so ye da aseda ema Rashida Financial Services sikasem ntutu ye insurance universal term any Ghana form abuzamoma ye nimre na yenye insurance na da bia meka sa asem we ye sikasem na insurance sem na ye di agro abusuan wonim de betimi asi ochena any na de che secure the future of yourself, your kids and your family so that in case you are not there omana meye mobo bibre fre yenu aba Rashida na ene non kasa na omwa college planning, mortgage protection insurance, Medicaid plans ni nyina oyebi osan ye auto insurance policy or so obema discount na our lower premium na ma 781354360 781354360 sanso ene de aseda ema Vernon Women's Health Services Dr. Kwame Amponsa Daruma uyoba na ope primary doctor wa bin oye gynecologist esan ye obstetrician dia na Dr. Kwame Amponsa na make amfo no amount oye specialized in women's health and the focus near female reproductive system or dealing with a wide range of issues including obstetrics, pregnancy, childbirth, menstruation, and fertility issues, sexually transmitted diseases, and hormone disorders, any other related sicknesses. And ma enyina information Vernon Medical Center building nimu 3rd floor suite number 312 na ekohu Dr. Kwame Amponsa makachro papa no wabin oye gynecologist oye obstetrician osan surgery oye surgeon osan giawo oba pa wo primary doctor wabin there they can for Dr. Kwame Amponsa and they are a professionally trained gynecologist and obstetrician oye dedicated ubisa Ghana for bia mo kono ho na ho brase a wo de be hwe okra no and that alone heals you. He's been working in this field for so many years. Oye adwuma over 10 years ewo Konfanocha senior doctor and oba kroma 2005 abeye doctor san na wanya ne residency ene ono abie ne hospital na ne clinic inti feel free omoye gynecology obstetric and obstetric services omosan medical follow up emergency services na lab test bibia Fred Dr. Kwame Amponsa. Number near 508-459-2706. 508-459-2706. Na ene omo enkasa na omo Danko African Market was 785 Main Street. Kankale Babra. Nebeji bi nanom. Blood pressure, air how, fever how. Oba obenya bi anom. Na bibia so etumi akonkan. Omo nyina daruma. Ena omo etaye chia. Enen so yedi dwumadi edi ebremo. Manu mama yensha say quickly mfamfi Reverend Opuni Frimpong say Sam George any Mrashebedwafo dunum na omo person omo criminalize LGBTQI+ no ma omo ma titles enradi na ebobo no ebi kura we
Professor Bene Professor Chuguba
Kaluja so churu bi obi o himpo Professor
Doctor
why omo mani hunu na omo they should go on with what they are doing because Ghana for nyina eta omachi na nanka doctor ne professor for say nanka omo ye bibia beboa society rather they are fighting hard to kill adia ebekum Ghana na create a lot of diseases na assay system.
Yeah, it's good too that people coming for these are senior men in the clergy. People expect them to also add their voice because it looks like in the academia field, you know, I'm going to take care of this fight to be having some of these things. Now, the bad news is that the more you look at it, the more you don't get all the things that they are talking about. You know that we live in a country religiously, we are attached to ourselves. And there's a religious angle we are all privy to. Because more than 90%, Ghana, atheism near the empire. I'm not sure they are more than 10%. I mean, by a population near the, I mean, say there are basic questions. You be about their religion near the ethnicity becomes a subject because a crowd will need statistics on all these things and it becomes difficult to govern. You need to have proper legislation and proper statistics of everything. And so I believe that there are no particular set of where minority and say some of these things are not too bad. If a chosen maybe 17 or 20 men or learned people, I know how a way academia works because they have colleagues in other countries now they are where they think that religion has nothing to do with academia. So virtually no, they are forced to toe those lines. That say yeah, separating religion and the person's psyche and the thing the person does with his life. But unfortunately no, we as a country we've managed to marry the two and it's working beautifully for us because in any case I'm one person I speak against it strongly because I keep saying that you need support system for some of these negatives. I think for it to come from another senior man on the clergy, it's us submit to the fight. The fortunate thing for them is that these professors now they can only speak just like you and me. Yeah. But some judge they have the power to legislate and to push it further. That is how the fortunate part of the whole thing. That's why I'm not catching and say some judge they shouldn't be overwhelmed by the titles now. They should do this thing based on their what they believe in and the tenets of what the larger populace of Ghanaians feel. Yeah. Whether they want to toe those lines. They might have some followers. They decided to be the choosing people to really because of their following, their cult following. But the truth is that as a country where religion and our culture seem to go hand in glove, are you ready for some of this when all the religions are against it, all the traditional near? So I agree to what Reverend Opuni is saying, that they shouldn't be overruled by these people. At the end of the day, more way no power no. Yeah. Into just focus on what you are doing. At the end, more debates and I say the larger people in there feel that you don't want to win. Then we just quash it and have the strong legislation and go on as a country. Okay. I mean,
Kalu, Reverend Opuni Frimpong, or say Okuje Tomu. Ehu so mo backing more titles because then Dean 15 able boy no professor Kofi wa you say do isibo boy professor doctor menim hwe ni ho eti Reverend Opuni Frimpong say ma omo abamumu omo enkoso mo titles ni o say don't be scared by the titles
opo Okuja Tomu de say
and you Okuja to Sam George your best friend
your best friend Sam George e de yinako say a bill on channel. It have to go through the process and right now it is in the pipeline. And no matter what, the only thing Ghanaian need to play is pray for. They say when a time comes for say debate no matter what. That is where the problem lies. Say 137, no, one independent, you know, how the thing is going to go. When I'm channel and now about law. Now that measures no woman now recommendations now. omani bebe mu na fi na me dey be law say punishment we be kusi punishment we be kusi I think there is in the pipeline already nti and there enya dia
but on say ebia ohwe nipa 15 strong 15 men learned people trop krata say the parliament near day
I don't think that in the parliament proceedings say be na it was some stage bia they will just have to take it off because obi aba ade yaba no they don't do it that way.
No, yes, said the bear more a sponsor bill na bemumu.
Oh, I'm to say, I don't know. Agyarko, your parliament is in Akufo phone, and then Kasa no way by there can have a cause to complain. But he said, only I didn't call. I'm a parliament for Agyarko, and no more process. I say go to state by state. When I met you, and echo, see. I could do maybe say there. I could do so be some debating or one now. Maybe I'm a bone of contention time on by so be I didn't have percent and I think a loan and then be answered beba also I can't send me now I saw funny be so also casachum because I saw funny be almost who gave funny be almost so them also omutim come asem because I'm not a fence saying offerings a quack kese what I say, it is a clergy for so bamwa, almost some country of clergy men now, or more say, go from about my story now, on maybe a fence and offering and tight Akasaka, almost some from money on Casa, and so says, I do with it. Our culture define on those kind of moral, when I met you. Now, oh, yeah, it's sad, but maybe they say, 15 letter by no bia debate no I want to be asem but for now I don't think say bagbe mu say obi abetro we letter be abant no ma ye dey go akwam say ye hwe adem na dey baby no ka say oh out of you mo ye from they won't do it that way. For my knowledge in there, Parliament does not work in that way. See, but as some of us was show moon cry say they should so be rest assured say when they need come, they're going to be with them in ABI pairs so that more Parliament one met me Akobenkrum. No matter say side with there, enye Magana for no met me amana na tema na be law. Net me aboy na yet me akọ enima se country.
Okay, that is it. Ignore titles and move on with the LGBTQI laws. Reverend Opuni Frimpong urges the 15 legislators spearheaded by Sam George. Now, the next, Manucho, now you had issues with SIM card registration.
Yes.
I'm saying Chief Executive Officer of the NIA, Ababontia Bechirichim, the Intia Osusu say. And I said they have decided, no Susu, decided say omuma obi mfa passport and register. You've gone through the story. Some of the things he enumerated say passport ema kwan ma otu kwan. Travel from border to border. And yeah, chesa we Ghana citizen. But and yeah passport na say do you
I find it bizarre. I love using that my word. Strange, odd, weird. I mean not the
Mamin kind kakra said there. Press release, no.
Yes.
Quick one.
Very short and concise.
Minister for Finance, Ofori Atta. Okay. Where Ofori Atta?
They're granting interview to City FM now.
Yeah. Ofori Atta, they are almost resign.
Yes.
And now the statement. Yeah. So we'll come to that. But only the end.
Yeah, it's a story on Ghana Web.
Yeah, or grantee interview.
Yes.
And Ochrichrimu the India.
I think the basic one in your can say or say people have acquired Ghanaian passports illegally and now within bad means. Until for now, and yet really a true reflection because what they want to do is that SIM card registration started from this October till March. They're giving it a 6 months window. No? They want to at least make people visible enough because there's a lot of scam and fraudulent activities being done in there. But what people don't understand is that when Ghana card you really register, and people felt that, I mean, why should it be there? You can say it's a primary document, but to be the only source document, you know, and people felt that it's a bit on there, because there are people in Ghana for now, they didn't even time year registration no money Ghana, they've now gone to Ghana or Ghana passport, but by the system we not to me registering at the end. I don't think it's proper to, personally, because day in day out you denigrate here and your passport in Umpo. So America, so because American passport, you know the level of way cra. Nobody goes in there say will be illegal, will be an sometimes you agree in principle that that's what happens, but you see a crowd want to be 100%. We just want a document it's attached to the number. Individually, you say, but that's where you start from, because what to work so register 10 SIM cards. What's the whole idea? Register mommy, but the issue is that same bar they'll come to you first, then find a way to fish me out, because that's where how I'll get to know you. I think that is what they want to do. As primarily sanity, Chroma saying it be a can Ghana for you himself of my age, Bruni, crony, but when it's a bar, bet you start here. Okay, as a maba, Oponiama, okay, let me Maminyopo, okay, one day use you, Aden and Pacroni say that is how the systems work. Into the number 2 should have a primary person attached to. So because a passport in any penny crown or a Ghana any dear, which me be as a Ghanaian, or which me a bank could be a bank account, which me be but number no, you just a phone number. Sometimes crap on yesterday. Because in any advanced system crown, there are still some SIMs who do on my which me use. We should be truthful to ourselves. America has it, which me work a cognac SIM, now we use. There are some SIMs they are tied to numbers that people use, tied to people. Oh, we do UK, we do China, when I go to China, the same thing that pertains there. But open like a mobile near there, waiting out from a shop and start using it. And then we major in the minors, and you minor in the majors. So idea here we Ghana say mobile number should be attached to a person's way ID card and so. I find it very odd. As much as possible, some of us have had the opportunity to travel through the east all the way here. We are passing through not less than 5 to 10 countries, different countries, experience their cultures and people.
Just like other countries, normally are more developed and they have sophisticated ways of arresting people who does wrong things. But yeah, mind be to say how to make SIM card near the Ghana no a bit difficult to track people because of the way you need proper identification system na yenye digital. They say the Krumane UK ni China. Okay,
I agree with you, but the point is that their point too is that again a new public the number aye. Mobile phone number. Yeah. You say or do you advert for the you see there are limitations to it. Let me just say in a typical American system.
I'll say a passport is a primary document for establishing your citizenship and eligibility to travel across borders. But even so, you see visa requirements. There is a limit. And then during the mass registration, there were people who went to registration centers with Ghana passports but were denied the right to register because upon interrogation, it was found that they were not Ghanaians. It can be found to be procured through improper means and you cannot rely on it. Ntibia amount for yema amount for BTS kakrane ayamano any adin to rely on Ghana passport.
Then it's as good as saying the passport in Ghana it's not a very good document. Don't say you rather expose us more than to say that nobody is holding passport in Ghana should be a primary source to determine it's a Ghanaian. And the papa me embassy crampa and they should also go to those realms that mukro no kran impono passporting obi kra passport for Ghana money Ghana ni. That's how they want to tell us. Say even you do a number obi Ghana number cra or you're more legible as a Ghanaian than illegible as a Ghanaian than a passport holder. Say sign up say me.
Yeah, Ghana ID card no.
Me bought me number 02447127. Oh, that's even more Ghanaian than a passport holder because the passport I don't know just a Ghanaian. Na mukra say passport we passport or Ghana ni me ketwi me ka dem put Ghana passport.
When I read I didn't really side with him. I thought that just like you are saying say if you feel people have passports and they didn't acquire the passport through the rightful means and they are not Ghanaians, why don't you arrest them? Why don't you prosecute them? Why don't you punish them? Why don't you sanitize the system to make the document more proper?
We should not even be sensible and say that we'll be on the passport and brand. Not serious. Let me say it's not sensible. Serious. Obi Ghanaian passport. Go and validate it at the nearest with you. So I just say you are taking a lot of rot out of the system. But you to say that see our phone number. Na omukro mo ye Ghana card.
the Ghana passport or
Ghana ECOWAS card impo. Can you tell me that everybody holding is a Ghanaian? Can they also make that way say obi there? They can hit their chest boldly to say that only Ghanaians have ECOWAS and Ghana identity card. You can't. In the
ECOWAS in Ghana. ECOWAS
card no crowd. Put your choice ECOWAS card. Mobi ofia. Chami to me that Mobi ECOWAS card. Na your choice Republic of Ghana wasi. Your friend ECOWAS identity card.
Ghana card no.
Ghana card no. You ensure Ghana card was. You ensure ECOWAS identity card. In a was so na actually say okay Republic of Ghana. Ugo game po benye bi.
Inti Republic of Ghana no crowd form. Eno no crowd na se.
E wona se. That Kalisha.
Ode kasa your time ninti ode kasa na mo hwa that story.
I wanted to give you a
No, I can see it here. I can see it here.
Unya picture
the
top is written ECOWAS identity card.
Yeah.
But Ghana card
me call Ghana 2019 kwa na me kwebi.
Na bo images.
There some
yeah. Exactly. We been crowd could be say Republic of Ghana but no see amaje kwe dey trust ECOWAS identity card na Republic of Ghana sha anase ye dey share na se ni ade ho no but it's not a problem.
I say ECOWAS identity
yes
card.
that is what I'm holding. I have a
but could be so high no so the much also Republic of Ghana national identity card.
But ye kwe obi a obi Ghana me so mu obi a metum dey ache ECOWAS identity
card and another one so high no yeah ECOWAS identity card. Yeah, and no matter that's a French big guy and Republic of Ghana naba.
Exactly, but new ones some year be a crib or Ghana unless we will not the end Republic of Ghana pay. But media mobia me call no NIA office. Me call me special treatment. Me be tramitini ye mami.
Me ye be verify. Me onkofo be bromo mo twa mama.
Me trati na me sa to no
me. Time no ko 44.
Oh, we send me chairman na me. Oh.
Yes, I'm not draw.
Oh no, make sure how some people acquired it easily. Also, I don't have to.
Yeah, we don't want to know the how.
Stress.
Tea, no one now. They if you name
them. Yeah, mommy biscuit. Oh,
you name the okay kanko.
I didn't get biscuit. I just took a tea in Amedeje. So in principle to say that the Ghana passport does not allow you because passports in Ghana are fraudulent then. You see, and trying to justify say it only allows you to travel, but there's a limitation because you take visas. I mean, we American no American passport no Ghana American passport called Ghana visa boom. So that makes it a limitation so that the passport cannot be respected. Cannot be respected. You can't respect my American passport because there's a limitation that you have to take a passport from Ghana. You have to take. No, a
Ghana identity card. So I wanted to make sure. Be saying almost
Republic of Ghana.
They almost started. They first started.
Yeah, I'm saying no Republic of Ghana. Yes, but Attafuah ECOWAS identity card with Republic of which it's not bad. Yeah, at least you united as ECOWAS. Yeah. They want to make sure the card will be recognized.
Okay, so you disagree with the explanation?
Yes, exactly. But when you say a passport, you cramp on the ECOWAS. Yeah, it's the actual Republic of Ghana was here. Be a crap passport. You enter one color, and I say I blue, because
so that you can use it to travel to.
Exactly. So the idea is not bad. Say Anke ECOWAS, Yankabana, say you united, you to way that way. But maybe the end say to start saying crucifying passports all over the world and say it's a primary source document, but because of Ghana visa American passport, it's a limitation. It hasn't really. You see, when you are talking to people, know that you are in a global village, that a passport from somebody's country cannot entitle him to a phone number. Oh God, maybe time will let me understand.
Kaluja,
100%.
Okay,
because I've seen a situation whereby Ghana passport, you have middlemen. Your passport in Mobia, this kakwa.
Oh, Ghana,
Ghana, this kakwa, your passport now. What I say? The only issue, we should, if we can get your friend saying the website now has a website.
That's a website Ghana easily.
Your mom says how we na your dear no. Who's a letter on us and oh my man so papa I'm for passport crana and don't on them to go and get a website. But I say yeah, who are not to now? Website I'm a private sign. What I say, but Ghana we don't do that way. Until say we revert back to that birth certificate issue. Say hospitals need to start giving out
issuing
a birth certificate. So probably Opo Papa they can't answer when he said.
But now you need that answer. They who can hear for stolen future occurrences. But what about the current situation?
The current situation is that they have to have a way of I say you're interrogating a man for who say umuni. That's the best way. You have to ask them because a man for be say me no can say Nigeria for be o Ghana no. Omo Ghana passport.
Yeah, even America how be kai say Tama His Excellency the ambassador Bafu Ewua ansa no be free ano. Bawua ansa no be free ano. Ye chi Ghana for be 7,200 no. Mukasa yeah also unsigned because a lot of them only Mukasa community Ghana kasa bi omunya Ghana. So that was the problem Ghana had with the US.
But what is happening right now is people have been, because of that mobile money about transaction about Ghana no, people are having a lot of money in their mobile bank wallet. And people using that fraudulent units because of that mobile it is that Ghana card would be good for Ghanaian businessmen and businesswomen. It is yet ni way na say na say sad no mesa na man for so years sakawa those kind of stuff. It is streamline this way na it mean enya proper identification now obi entry because they say no Ghana a heaven for they say so kwa Ghana Congo for Nigeria for China for be go on and to be able to track say enkofu do mu ye kroma say no mu ye obi so a foreigner no ba we know how to as back kroma say now a foreigner now ba they know how to deal with you concerning about your credentials the be banner say hey because so this guy is a foreigner but Ghana say o corner say o per say you who say Ghana near go and get the Ghana passport it is easy you can get it na me catch you can it's like license.
Going forward, no, yenye passport na dimu. What is your suggestion?
What I was suggesting is
to feel say we shouldn't use if we are trying to sanitize the system. Whole point is a passport na they are said that. Passport will be omunya Ghana for. Yeah for from.
It's not you read a raise point be a very very vital point be or can say crime say
validate. To sanitize the system, let's validate.
Validate the authenticity of the passport. So to me, and Sadia, a bit my it is a Ghana Nibiana. I don't know how they can do it, but
that is going to be a market.
Maybe can
Ghana for a tablet now. Yanko New York, Washington.
No, but Ghana for no more saying, but
some have it, they don't even travel with.
What's Abrucheda for the Abruchas? No, we'll be Ragana, dear, send it Yashamo. They
were also we say New York, I see, and Washington, more authentic than Ghana because I know qua better might be anyhow. You go there. And they show you information as a Ghanaian and everything, and you'll be asking some questions. But Ghana, no, as I could do passport office on Crown. When you have passport, no, there's a guy on
intermediary,
no, no, better than I come on. Oh, no, they doesn't care. Either you're a Ghanaian,
my passport, somebody, I'm a Ghana card. Interesting, man.
Either you're a Ghanaian or you're a foreigner.
Now, Ghana card, that Danny be an answer for free.
ECOWAS identity card. Not maybe they say, yeah, check.
So that me count myself.
My passport
so but the man on phone so I can know you no so nya sika hey we go to pay 20,000 Ghana.
Now the driver's license called the ultimate year.
That time no man Ghana driver's license.
They say there no moje.
Say passport
number J
nipa 2 ebetimi akoka say we ni money ade that's what they
okay passport number I mean I side up we no sign
registration come the passport. But anyway, no, I say passport. They been the bar, but from debriefing, I realized this some were not Ghanaians, but they brought passports and they were so they were found out. So they think they've done some level of screening. But maybe they say when you say I'm the fireport cry P near the as Ghanaians, what's the number they make money for? That's why validation here, Papa. I'm sorry, Nigerian no Ghana passport.
I think your point is well made. Let's move on.
No, my passport they say or the airport they be at the
no. So when somebody is holding it, that's all the back point of entry there. You cannot go to me question and say either it's a Ghanaian because we probably say okay that passport in there. And
but you have to be able to question. Say Nigeria.
No. Say Obiba say was Africans you look alike. What I'm saying. It is a point of entry is now or two coin. That's what they call there. You don't have a right to ask. But the only thing that we can do is say
buy a chair. Mobisa na me kwa mi rema. I said that no can. We fit akra do or stamping me by American. They always ask you.
Let me suggest say to me ebisa say
to know, tell me just Opomable make this point. Immigration officers have that way too. That's why they are there. They are checking who is and not. Into the remnant, no bet you fita crowd we are Ghana and those kind of questions no. Upia obisa just to authenticate you. And can say we no do an was sample na Jenny.
But I don't say but no still no.
If you doubt, you call it to a room. America says, in America, whole room that's a American passport, no doubt. Yeah, why can't you question you?
So, no, I'm just saying, Attafuah. So, I'm
can question them all the time. They found out
so
at the airport all the time.
They do it.
There's education. I want to tell you, the immigration that's their job to authenticate every passport, entering and leaving Ghana until we book Ghana passport. No, be do airport. Try to engage in kakra. Off stamping, I know engage you. Need to. Oh, I can't speak Chi. Oh, where do you come from?
But no, who say I was smart and I don't mean to say this microphone is some Ghana's passport now. Because they might not even pass through Ghana.
Yeah, some pay.
They even go to Togo and Benin and even a Francophone country. No, officer bilingual.
Mama Nessi Muti said the Ghana airport. I hired two.
When you say Ghana, trust me, they catch people all the time with fake passports or they are not Ghanaians. So you go jail at the airport. Immigration officers are their job. Don't let it unless we share away there and there. But who confirm say? What confirm as a Nigerian no Ghana passport? Who check there? But we are Nigerians so we need a day. Who confirm there? You can be found out easily.
If they are found out and they take them to the rooms and they give them money, what happens?
Of course, but let's be fair with them.
I'm saying the proper ambassador Okwe. 7,200 Ghana be deported man. You say
Ghana for sign
and on sign and no say there's some loopholes in acquiring
that we all know that there are
Ghanaian passport until say you be find other means be you be to me identify Ghanaians no opo say we no make them as small Canadian true. Because mobile money I'm for crowd.
What if Nigeria shows you?
I'm for monitor mobile money crowd monitor. Empty monitor. Obi a scab be no so you be a bebe to him. Oh you na so do pin mama. No my no come say no because of that a wallet na banoti. I'm for jet no kwado me faso bia met me akombia.
So you agree that is the way to go?
Yeah, I mean passport in there.
Yeah, move on. Next topic. The next topic I know they didn't discuss is just a news flash and it's a Ofori Atta. There were rumors say papa no Najuma Oyeno wa resign but finance ministry at the statement about now manager didn't know for mass rumors and so on. Is it because he wasn't feeling well?
Oh yes, I mean people felt that ill health in the pictures be by now people started giving a lot, but it's false information.
Okay, my main release copy of the release. Ministry of Finance press statement. Minister for Finance Ofori Atta is at post now. This was just given today. It was issued today for immediate release. Accra, Tuesday, 5th October 2021. The attention of the Ministry of Finance has been drawn to rumors circulating on social media platforms that the Minister for Finance Ofori Atta has resigned from his position. The ministry wishes to assure the general public that there is no truth in these rumors. Mr. Ofori Atta is at post and focused on his mandate given to him by His Excellency the President to serve the people of Ghana in his capacity as Finance Minister. The general public is advised to disregard these rumors issued by the Public Relations Unit, Ministry of Finance, and also NONT. This is just a news release and I did from the Amamo say Ofori Atta said now for kika say wa resign ministry no say nya no cry say wa resign inti yensha no so sa kwan no so said e be ya ebetumi we have other equally news update bia me pese e different mamo quickly ansana Manucho Magandi omo aso the academy na fi part of Accra to exercise to experience doomso for 2 months. Several parts of Accra will experience severe power outages between October 5th to December 5th. 1 month. October 5th, 2 months. 2021, according to a document cited by Star FM. According to the Ghana Great Company Limited, the outages are to undertake planned works within the Achimota-Accra Central lines. Some of the areas to be affected have been categorized into Group A, B, and C. Group A, Adabraka Old Timers, Mamprobi, Choko, Agege, Latabia Koshe, Valco Trust, Teachers Hall, among others. In Group B, Apollo Theatre, Asalam Down, Adabraka Market, Koligono, Sukura, Mamprobi, Police Clinic, Jamestown, Mataheko, etc. Group C includes Central Police Station, Cocoa Board, Kingsway, Aboso Kain, Choko, Apia Dankwa, Graphic Press House, Senate, etc.
Where are they? The gun names? Where are they? Sukura, Penobo, Sukura.
The national grade. And so, and you saw Modiaba, and no say, Ebedundum crying. These parts, Group A, B, and C, and Crambo Boy for about 2 months. Busumi Mienu, and Yadia Mubinya, and Yanama Hodeno, Etumi, Edgina Sosa, and also Edianono. Manucho Adam for Pa, any Reverend Isaac Owusu-Bempah.
Oh, yes.
Now, Owusu-Bempah hate.
I like them controversial. I mean, some of them controversial.
Owusu-Bempah hate with fresh charges in court.
Yes.
Now, Reverend Isaac Owusu-Bempah, the General Overseer of Glorious Word Ministry International, has been slapped with fresh charges by Circuit Court 1 in Accra. Reverend Owusu-Bempah, together with one Mensa Ofori and Bechi, pleaded not guilty to 4 charges of wit offensive conduct conducive to the breach of peace and threat of death. In court on Tuesday today, prosecution led by Detective Chief Inspector Dennis Tekpete withdrew the previous charge sheet where 6 persons were charged. The latest charge borders on the threat to kill Patricia Udo-Kranting, popularly known as Nana Agrada. Now, they were granted bail by the court presided over by Efia Owusu-Apia after their lawyers led by Gary Nimakumafo moved bail for them. The prosecution did not oppose the grant of bail except to say that the bail terms should be in such a way that they will compel the accused persons to stand trial. Now, while Owusu-Bempah was granted 100,000 self-recognized bail, Michael Ofori Atta and Bechi were granted 100,000 with 2 sureties to be justified. All the accused persons are to deposit their passports to the registrar of the court and can only travel outside the country with express permission of the court. Aside from the bail terms, they are to report to the police once every 2 weeks till the final determination of the case. EIB Networks correspondent.
Yes.
It's also your friend is saying. Update on Owusu-Bempah court.
Yeah,
it's a born of fresh charges.
Yeah, I think the other one was
to kill any
threatening to kill Nabe charge. They said disturbance or but I think this one is even more deeper.
Yeah,
says the threat to kill there. I mean, it's a serious issue.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes.
Nana Akufo-Addo says he's going to retire after 2025.
Retire from, but he has to retire.
Huh?
Retire from politics.
Everything.
But anyway, maybe you see, Asafuah was not retired, so maybe reason I have to. But on to be president.
I Asafuah for Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo never will retire after 2025.
But he has to retire. He has to retire.
8 years a year.
You have to retire.
Now the Mahama retire.
No, Mahama default. He has a chance to go again.
Couldn't Mahama have retired?
He had a choice, but Akufo doesn't have a choice.
So, choice is he can still be in active politics by supporting his party and all that and doing other stuff.
President
Nana Akufo-Addo has revealed his plans after serving Ghana for 2 terms, while completely rejecting any possibility of vying again after this. After this term, he indicated that the likelihood of returning to his hometown to enjoy his rest. Now, Ntina. Second London. During an interview with Kumasi-based POFM, where he touched on very pertinent issues, the president was questioned about his plans for the next electioneering period. He laughed it off with a short answer. It's completely out of question. Chebi.
No, but that's the position of the law. I mean, Akufo-Addo will retire, but everybody knew that he had to retire. And I say maybe he can change his mind anyway. You never know. He can decide to still be in the party business.
On to me, I can say Ghana say Guinea. It's a sign of one Jumudia.
I mean,
you cannot go to Tetem.
That question came up, and I say, "You want trouble for me?"
Yeah, I mean, that's the best we've done for ourselves.
Jokingly, I say, "You want trouble for me?"
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not ready to be an Alpha Conde, but Ouattara succeeded anyway. I mean, anyway, constitutional coup d'etat.
Mon cancer hopes na do say OT region be Afran Plains. Afran Plains OT region. Because say OT Afran Plains na be or Eastern no. E be or Eastern, e be or yeah, honey, I'm a border of Eastern and first on a voter and Eastern. Yeah. Now, 4 shot, dozens injured as farmers clash with herdsmen at Afran Plains. It's a munkanche Hobson Adoyese Afran Plains for Hiamwa, Fulani for na Shutu Nipa 9, Hono Kongo Boa. Now, oh, yeah. Now, about 10 cattle were reportedly shot and killed, while dozens will have sustained injuries. Inti farmers, anyway, we talk on being so PMO from Plains ho na and also Eddie no semo obisi award no manager award.
No, I'm warm.
Kalusha anano obo C league de oba yo ho hyehyehye na obo
Kalusha award.
Na okasa asesen.
Was it make us say something baby.
Hey,
wow. You're romantic.
Very romantic. Emma to me.
Hey, Roya, no,
Roya. The casa cry. And politics don't be. That's why I love you. I don't need party dance in the studio. I
didn't so many need you home.
Party dance.
That time.
Wings of love.
Beyond the wings of love.
Party dance was
MBY.
Yeah. Party dance was phenomenal.
And later on, only guy back could cry and then slay your back.
Yeah, capital.
Party dance was phenomenal.
Patience Zebra.
Yeah.
Party Dabs. Where is she?
Patience Dapa.
Dapa.
Yeah.
Patience Dapa.
No, on the profile. Me project journalism school. Kasa me profile a big time journalist in Ashanti.
Okay.
So she was one of me picking on to me because me form.
Okay.
Questionnaire. No man. You get to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No feeling. Yeah.
Thieves steal crash barriers worth Thieves steal crash barriers worth 3,500 on Pokuas interchange. I know then crash barriers.
This is kind of so say when be boom. Rubber we be na.
Yeah.
That's how we call them. But your Ghana work say I say Dura Plus. I don't know so come on.
Trash bag no.
No.
You know,
construction for this crash barriers. By yeah, then so I say concrete block rubber. Nobody see want it. Yeah, we are cones, but any car crash. Yeah, no mention.
Daily Graphic report has indicated that some unscrupulous persons have stolen 10 crash barriers on the newly constructed Pokuasi interchange. It noted that the 4-feet crash barriers, numbered 10, cost $3,500. To win news flash. Ghana. Yeah. Fix the country. Yeah, fix it. Namuya.
Yeah. But then because they don't have jobs. Look at that side, other side too. Not to justify.
That is not a justification.
No, but
you don't even know those people who stole it.
No, but but you just say crime rate in phone because there are a lot of welfare systems.
You can use that to justify. I mean, among phone call convenience stores. And for two guy and I'm show. I test to Facebook and
okay.
Pepra. No, yeah, Juma filling station. Just about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What shall I for the knife?
Exactly. So one Martin. I would say crime is even. Crime doesn't end anywhere.
I am a person may use not to justify because human beings what they are what I can say say human beings you need are insatiable.
Human needs are insatiable.
Nipano na Ghana web for interview I'm Robert Benano. Wa bokro no na yesikani
but
still what na fekwa one what group
or recruit.
Do you see how people
and think? Sometimes you see he's able to recruit them because the people don't have enemies.
Sometimes and yeah enemies. Sometimes people feel that is the easiest way to make money. Oh yeah, ko bank oh Charlie it me your operation where yeah. Oh 90 omo ya ba ko no akonya na any there. That sometimes it's not only
sometimes the research
economy
part of the story see really people I saw one for so ye juma I dey ashawo no odo be born bra anameboa oba won fa won ye juma won nti no ba se be man am robber ba ne de ni ashawo ana obo it takes
money na be kan krono hwe na no oba bi kra oba bi ne de be ma bi ma mo je ne ka.
Oh yes, they use them as baits me hu ba ashawo na hu because when the be ma wonim na kwhye dem ya lock door. You don't even know what the man has. Can you imagine?
Okay, you move on. Now you share the rest of the stories. Now,
yes, we're almost there.
Yeah. I mean, kind of
Yes.
because they're somewhat related. Owusu-Bempah was part of the story. I think that my comment is some brief
that's, I mean,
it was a news update. And presidential MPP presidential battle gets fierce ahead of primaries. Boakye Agyarko are making it clear. Also, be could be time in Tinan person board, you know. But I know that chance. John Boadu say Akufo-Addo cannot impose a flag bearer on us. Eti nanado asem na okan no na John Boadu so akabi e de atoso se nanado intumi impose flag bearer emfa maomo na enkomo we nyina no manu de eye mesere pa wo mu ye nanado call tumfo ho enra na what is audio no
introduce
you mo na oye
want to me Apache. Yeah, he's the original.
Introduction.
Okute free.
Now, me de nye want me hono kra. Koto free ne.
Yes, he wants to be.
Koto free ne.
Chairman say we Apache papa.
Oh, Nanado. Nanado yusu nyansa kwan pa de temu o mo.
Yes, we Apache papa. No there.
Also kaso o person be the president. Enye ne.
Oh yeah. Because exactly.
Yeah.
I've had it for some time. Yeah, humor. I mean, he said it in the humoric way. But people too are really meanings into it anyway.
Yeah, I'm on for Eddie meanings the rooms and another I showed up papa say I grow kwanzo. And or president
that's also peche. See that's why people feel that he also had those ambitions. Even 96 in Yanokra. 98 on Akufo-Addo battle now he lost near the end. You say what would name the life there? You will not make it so hard. You will not be hard on him. But I mean it's allowed. At least this were the one who had the chance to be introduced to Tumfo on your presidency. I don't think they agro.
And to move on with their stories.
Yeah. So which one are we doing?
No, mun come time nko.
Yeah, we will
not. Best start off with Owusu-Bempah, and then you can finish off with Nanado ne MPP flag bearership race. No.
Yeah, I think with Owusu-Bempah, just like I said, I mean the fresh charges look a bit more worrisome. But I say fine. I mean that's the duty of the prosecution to make sure that initially for the disturbances caused, but maybe evidence, video evidence, because there was even one and I mean who said na Owusu-Bempah said na mama na ijra. So some of us and people say that in the spirit he said some of these things, but it's up to the prosecution to prove beyond reasonable doubt. What I call that use serious. Just saying alone doesn't warrant you going to jail. People say the intentions are there. There should be an action. Back in it's a what try BBC. Say be a poison obey doesn't mean say what kind of have you made any attempt to? So it's up to the prosecution to prove beyond reasonable doubt that he was in that way before he can be put in jail near there. So we are seeing how the story will run. And maybe I may wake a so I'm going to say prosecution per se case in court said that there will be a trial. There will be nowhere able to assembly.
Yeah.
They will be giving a fair trial for him to be really. I will implore him to stop. Won't say Sundays what's preaching there. I mean he needs to tone down. So be there. You see, because there's that way said his hands they want to tie his hands behind his back near there. So he wants to also prove to them that this court case can't slow him down or can't shut him up near there. Say Daniel Munya I shared near there didn't change anything, they didn't reduce
Daniel no way and Daniel got 13 will be the two
exactly like going to jail doesn't reduce your anointing. That was how the level of preaching and officer saying the anointing is still with him near there. It's a case that is being run. Some of us we need to really be circumspect. At the end of the day, I know he has likes and dislikes, but at least looking at the case proper, I think that he needs to really tone down. But the good thing is that's why I love Dampare. There's been a bit of sanity on the in the social media space.
Yeah.
Because all of that way, they're not grad out to trying to make videos and insult men near them. Sometimes we are cultural people. We the deep Bema attempt to the extent that I'm not a chauvinist to tell you that Bema or any party will be. But at least culturally, we are people that we respect some of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not like one people to be controlled. I don't marry, have your life. But to the extent that you will still decide to make the dim matem, you'll be any party seminar. I think that is why Grada needs to tame down. She also needs a lot of talking to. But I think this will also be packaged personally. Be sure you actually mukakra. First time offender near the infant chain and you move on. But hey, it's up to the tekpete. That's where not to.
On Ghana, Fachano. Intina o mining ye no.
First time offender.
You can, if he's proven guilty, you can call for leniency in judgment and in punishment. But Jano Korean to be community first time offender. Jano. That is why the system is not reforming.
I agree with you perfectly. Chroma say a lawyer doesn't tell a lie, but a lawyer gives reasons why they should temper justice with mercy.
Yeah.
That's how
Jahanu say no. The okay first time offender be or punishment. Say Bema ubi awaya to Kasia, we are more crazy, a chance to be all cry. Yam found to by Becca say,
and be careful.
Yeah, and probation and I be. Oh, but they say, yes, and then because others are also watching.
Yes. Now, I seen the fellow in there, then why like ya, walk back when you second chance of him. I met people in Washington, Mokachen say, I mean, they can't even find jobs. So, meet him the president to Hakasanka, Mokachen say, any on share. Now at least people can be reformed. Reformation in the hospital way, prison, the correctional centers. But hey, it's an American story. One day, if I become an American, I'll champion it. But the next one has to be with
Kalusha and Kano Kakra. Owusu-Bempah quickly. Now we move on to the presidential race of NPP, not just higher level.
Owusu-Bempah case now. You say
I'm impressed with Dampari.
Threatening to kill no. It's very, very serious.
Grave than
the normal case causing nuisance and disturbances.
Say no police for no ask here to do.
Right now they just have to go to. But right now, man, what I want to the friends saying the politicians, those who have financial muscles and so on and so forth, they should give the man the policing. Let me use the police methodology and find your now almost the court now proceedings in court next will do for it will serve as a deterrent to because to everybody say Owusu-Bempah with me to be now with someone linking with any political trace be political connotations be say yeah say also for only obibe extenuate. But then I'm many years so Opuni obi papa obi osofo now to me dinner time cancer and same way because social media ba now Owusu-Bempah so let's go on who say at least
Odina temper na maintain
yeah said the main fact say my many correction wo 100,000 and all the as a decoy
100 million.
And now, or they decoy. Until the time, and send me banana, or come back to collection amount. Until
collection one time, saying,
not 10,000 Ghana cedis.
10,000 Ghana
cedis. 20 collection boom.
Yeah, like
Agrada.
Yeah, Agrada. They were like this, so. Agrada and Owusu-Bempah.
Oh yes.
They became very good friends. Yeah.
Or dear drone, no, as I call Owusu-Bempah.
Sorry, no, Owusu-Bempah says, no reform. Time on new Ukrainian case, and upon one Agrada should be Jimmy Giddy. And at that time, we see, I'm the man kind of.
You as a congregation man for look up to you. Oh, big men, sorry, I mean, you've done a lot. And to media, me cry me you see, I couldn't have been stood low to even extend words with them and conform because social media now have a platform for insult. I couldn't have done that, but you just gave yourself away to this lady. Obedi do attempt. Now, if you go sorry, just sit at your home. By also getting away from your house to the unknown premises.
Very unlawful.
Very unlawful. And see, man for say. NDC for communicators say because we are predicting on mama nyane sa papa na they shouldn't bring any political ibia una me cheno politics me bama na fere enko patch o man those kind of stuff and yes sir obe professor Ashama ebia be lose election those kind of stuff no papa na koya ade a na ehu nya na mrane ne edi nti nya na man and take the course
on mine be ya mamra nya na
and take the course na fere me hu say
ewia na kokosi na judgment ba say Owusu-Bempah odi be ma at least process na are working.
That's right. What I say now, you say that party say you say no, oh you're powerful, oh skill, emrani nya wana nya
ye bomba ese beto
ni bi de hia se ye mo aseba no aka no ene ye ka no say dan pare a che say emrani nya wana nya no matter who you are what am che no and e fa policing ayo on methodology no policing rules and regulations and the India Monfanya Edma, Nagana, I say, more politicians, near more powerful Muscano, the Bia, or Massamo Ed, Omni Monida, now a Nine and Cocone, a Modia Fona, the Dom Cotuno, or Bia, Betty Bonibia, infant to don't say Mano. Senior or Cocojan say, your Cocojan, friends, and that's what them say. Ghana, dear.
I see, Daniel Munina Defias.
Yes, indeed. It doesn't limit your power.
But sometimes, say, oh, my message so far. Daniel, if you say or die, no. Yes, so on some.
Yes.
And also on bow to.
Yeah, no
right?
Bompire. Yeah, he was praying. Someone will be on Bompire near there. Your Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Yeah, Mona no say they should bow down to.
And they didn't bow.
Exactly. But Daniel, the next one will be on Bompire.
And no Bompire.
Or Bompire, na. Me babu yejumo.
Inti or disobey authorities, right?
Good. Yes, exactly.
Or disobey the then authorities.
Exactly.
Inti, how does that connect?
Some
to this
and you be put in jail by the
power
of God there.
Why would the two could be fees so do attempt to the two
now do I'd rather compare Daniel
Mizrak Shadrach na bed na going to see so for be so ya bema bram fee now so we dey chase me bema to two could aba adabraka Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo so now we to Reverend Owusu-Bempah the update on the case say you start case no the update by say ma Attafuah Tiger IPI na me so interest us story
more interest
Ahmed Suale yire no bekasa say ekomo no the second wife Ahmed young guys no boy juma Islam media
exactly say are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm not thinking anything.
Okay, now,
Tiger Eye private investigator says it is saddened about the alleged financial plight of the second wife and family of its slain employee Ahmed-Suale. In a statement dated Monday, October 4th, 2021, Tiger IPI reacted to alleged financial plight of the unnamed second wife after speaking to the family of the late Ahmed Hussein-Suale, stating that in 2019 it donated a lump sum to the family in presence of the two wives. According to the statement, the family disbursed the money equitably and that the two wives were settled. Tiger IPI added that it secured a business contract for the two wives and took the responsibility for the education of their 4 children. Mr. Hussein-Suale, that is the background. He was assassinated.
Exactly.
It's almost a letter, but statement on alleged neglect of second wife and family of our slain colleague Ahmed-Suale. And run a by until my church or the omo kind ni tintin ni tetie nyina and my chane my bonnet tough.
What kind so all the pointers are equal to 2 things, but I think that it was unnecessarily long because the point is that mom a lump sum of money they didn't mention
and they shared
equitably
and they also mentioned
exactly
and then they secured
business for them to use that same money to run the business.
Yeah, business.
So the more you look at, then I'm just like only the two way nana. Scan here saying in a momo saying I'm second wife no cry no nya or cry one child or no one child. No cry was not worry the new country a shaman. Exactly, that makes it more interesting. People are more interested.
Exactly. When you're worried, there, why are you making noise?
You are married and relocated to a shaman from Medina.
I say we have learned that the second wife remarried shortly after and relocated to join her new husband at Ashama. Tiger Eye financed the entire funeral expenditure of Ahmed, both in Greater Accra and in Northern Region. Tiger Eye has been doing a lot behind the scenes to bring the perpetrators of the gruesome murder of Ahmed to book. To this end, we have been in constant contact with the family.
Master, I don't know so I worry you. It doesn't. Because I'm fan home. Okay. So I worry that town. The only thing I fan home say, okay, so be taking care of that quarrel. Oh yeah, baby. Oh no, the investigation. Oh, I didn't say Kwaya and Kobani my and so on the investigative journalism. That's what person has some by Fiema. Yes, when you be a car. Oh yeah, na the onion ye. Or you here because so Boadu did like just some for amount of command pa. No Boadu ever say on any back no crown. It's all no Boadu. I some no cry when we say on or see or squatty with the on a first wife.
Yeah.
On the netty. No the on the first wife netty. And then I say
I may expect to say Anas should have in the press statement we have learnt. We have learnt it's not
exactly.
not proven.
I mean,
it's
a term.
And being the Anas that we know, we have learnt. No, it's not strong for me.
I think I learnt.
I respected him a lot, but until that exposition now, implicating no, such, but such a you so if we say service getting a it wasn't a football general, or implicating. It was implication. So
the book Agnes. Don't we think that maybe the government could have also done something to help the family? If it is true that said second wife no be interviewer. In fact, uti interview now.
Yeah, I mean about to
very sorrowful. Now Rahul say
yes.
Yeah, because now people are lambasting on us.
Well, I agree that we neglect him because we say 2019 your mom lump sum of money be you be a mom mona yes you be kwala. Is that all you did? Periodically check on her.
And that's so if you say you know or the good will of people no am for penalty be am just like that. So if we say Obano, me sure so Obano boa.
But also when my family no in the presence of the wife and a family no na catch say on my child no.
Yeah, equitably.
So how sure can you be say family no go mo sika no mo de mama na na man fa mom.
Ni sika no so we do say e bi adwuma mom no de lamsam na so koye adwuma no.
Just imagine.
The more you read, the more there are loopholes. You don't do that. Since be say 20,000 be a wo chema mom no then you when you we you be hwe mom no.
Because why should the money be given to the family to begin with?
Exactly.
Because Ahmed-Suale and T and Ahmed-Suale is no more. So be on mommy tias now be mommy because on the show mommy are fine. But also for bigger family no now this scammer family no. So man and they share the money. But my question is most of these kind of moms some running business. At the same time, they share the money for them equitably. Until you be separate now. You might wait 10,000 and I'm just presuming.
Exactly.
Wait 10,000 will be running the
Once you leave gaps, people will fill them for you.
Some loopholes in that press statement. They even rush in coming to bring this cock and bull story to our table. It's not your entity. Investigative journalism. Now, per se, you don't have to limit. What puts a lot of people in
life in danger,
situation.
People got stroke and all that.
No, you just get a lot of people. What I'm saying, and it's also what's my bar. And you can say a Jama calling just like that too. Say we are nas. I mean, you have to also face the rat. Until say or you were worrying on any crack you. Your duty was say you take care of Nebado. It's a young wife in the corner. It is your duty to take off at Akrano. Akrana, you see, Obane count. Say, is what in Crudia and China. You couldn't better many be.
But this is what the second wife said. And then, second wife, and they say, the second wife disclosed that currently she is patching with husband's first wife, and they are finding difficulty in feeding themselves as a family.
That's right.
She denied knowledge of any amount of money paid to the family by Anas. And see, it makes it a little murky because Anas also say we have learned to say second wife now are in any kunun move, but this woman is also saying me crap and you know cranete ye pechi me pechin and chain. So you know some things are not straight.
There are lots of gaps. Lots of different lacuna. With what we are thinking because it looks very lax. It's not a tight one.
Yeah.
I wish I think evasively he tried to. She can't cry saying, "Body, in crampa. Scanner be a business mom. And they want to come out family near them. Now what business? What shampoo? These are not. They don't look very well-educated people. She's cannot the moms some find them. What are they doing? And are you monitoring the progress of the work? And near the you are not doing it. Such a young budding talents.
Now, be a business requirement. Can you share them equitably?
Yeah.
Sky also if I could be a business.
At the same time, my second one look very second point. Yeah, second point also no one boy pay. The first one all train no. Yeah, first one all train no.
And even if said I think I'm beginning to side with the two of you. I say. And that's who say girl na pushing it to Conanti and our case we have learned into Obama girl no story. So I say, let's leave the story because Omana it said let's kill the messenger.
Exactly.
So the message will be useless. Because as soon as me who on you said
worry no.
Obana worry no crano.
Yeah, because by law the worry a lot of things change for you. But we all know some what I say that is how life is.
If it is true saying worry then I wouldn't hold an as responsible. If you are holding responsible and then kwalano. I'll promise you so much.
Worry the duty the child of the duty no Obano or is Obano kind of for no or cry for the baby.
Yes.
Now cry Ojana man no cry.
Okay, tie na yenye emva anazian. Nanado said we introduce you Alancha Matemo Otumfo fie.
So we can mama me pay for the job. Did kind Asante my commissioner, the commissioner, regional minister, ono why. Minister of Transport or here airport known as Ofori Atta Madinchani and so on now Omar Bako Yapijan and Omobia so Angel Francis Hussein-Suale, Minister for Works and Housing, and your boss, National Security boss. Wanda now and then na sama to until New Year. The house also regional chairman, famous chairman one, room to me. Now, Ujami, also free food and agriculture minister. Says so now, or the person will be the president.
That was.
And penny for about only the president in Minister of Trade and Industry or bedroom up women are a bovany.
Okay, Nanado Dango Akufo-Addo, Manu, Oluma no Bakone because our line is so that some people already. Quickly, na yemfa course no. I'm forcing Nanado Moko Akoto say free. Any Alancha Martin.
Especially when Alancha Martin, whether you're smiling or not. Not a mask.
No, I have the video. Oh, you can see the video.
Not a mask. It was not a mask.
Where?
Martin.
No mask.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Let me watch my video.
Yes, because people will be interested in how he reacted to it. But
no, I mean, Alan, they were okay. But
yeah, I think
once a man for the reading meanings, because one say there is already a story out. Said the Enran and Ado na anymore. Obaba Timbe deny say, and yeah, their favorite to be honest. Into a man for the reading meaning say. As a way of mocking them. Chairman president also president and then also free. Also president and then they all laughed it off.
My first reaction, which I always tell is the right one, is that I saw the jokes out of it.
Yeah,
that's Uncle No and Breno Nyaya and to be the news, but no crap picture 96 in the 2007 on the best stand there. No opportunity 2016. Yeah. In the 20 years on, he had the opportunity. In a way, he's even marketing him too. That's what Apache. I mean, if you have some favor,
yeah, you can take it
exactly
from that angle too. Sometimes people also think.
Oh yes, of course. I mean, that's
the way we process it.
Yes, especially when there's a lot of noise out there that you are supporting a candidate against him, and people feel that to be the biggest travesty because 2007, you started 8 a.m. The died the next day 3 p.m.
Yeah,
and he had a chance to even go on a second round with you. Then he decided against it. And he said, "Well, this is the time you have to pay him back," and you said them so you will not forget the gesture, the amount. And if so far, he's been helping you to I don't think that it's even 10 at a point.
Bonabaso say he's one also
the best. He's hardworking. And I like the new angle, so non support you because the very beliefs which happened in 2007 that Akufo was supporting a candidate against him, people didn't like it, and he himself was not happy, although he never came out publicly to talk about it. I mean, years down the line, you also find yourself in the same position. You will be turn your back nearly. So let's.
So you think, sir, it's just a joke?
Let's see the
quick one. I mean, call us.
The president went to the Greek king.
Yeah, to have a humor.
To have a
humor. A humor. I'm for fun too serious. I'm saying who na order than it.
I'm for mischievous too much.
Who na order than it.
This is politics. We don't leave chance to anything.
Me take Ghana politics. Me must stress na me wo platform bi so a as almost so no me wo different platforms. But more platforms bi so a as no ye
pro.
Aha. Now almost so make you person 3 nipa no on the asha da ko piano she be na
all the other side say I'm for take
national
they can take it out of context because more penchant for Alan Chamatin.
Yes, so not can say the pro feel that they see me ship because Obiso why did you go and introduce him like that to the king?
So when the president when
why Obiso why don't go introduce you and they win chance of also call na catch you for say no super bi in that regard Obiso let me up and say
you are both positive and negative.
Exactly.
But I think it was just fun because we show video na
me fan on so pecha idea.
Okay, you for calls no mo adwuma de ne mo de am so mo fa mo adwenkyeremra 5083049394 5083049394 ya de asede ma Nabian Barbering Salon, Anochi Trading near Anochi Coast of 54 Hamilton Street, Gold Coast Catering Services, a taste of excellence. Eduania Ede, Ultra Untungu, Nifi ni ho. Okay, and then for the first time in about 25 years, Oluma and a bar line is so first. Me who be that? Oluma upon design.
Okay, on outside.
Eradiado me what then? Shasi Yanko.
Yo, COVID, I am a train, cancel the other Fransana. Baba. Nana, yes, but my now can I become brown and Fena. The other yes. Also, one time the godfather, and down so of an auto report. Manager, yes, Nama for your able to take a restaurant service. You are in a do my phone now. Before Manasa, Diana, are you ready now? And now, Diana Mokacha, I can say, and now, Mota is statement, meaning so I will statement now, Michiana. Opo. Hello, Opo. Opo. Opo, hello, Opo.
Oluma kaza yetiwa.
Me say na mo yi shi statement me say mo nya no so aka.
Yeah, kind, but me panda Tennessee loopholes was statement in him because we have learned to say Obana ware want to me unsubstantiate say ware and Obana so say ono yire penny no nete e peche nti we enti me
according to Anas statement of the by church and kwala there omo show any ade no omo ba be Captain, someone will buy and I know what can you say, or Mama Funako, about Qualana, the Omotomo. And said I named Chester, not Qualano. Say, a branch and only an Manana Gianaka. I do want to say you the Kunana Quancho, but to Anasana, you say to the guest or not or Ben Alpha Mudia. Your bands now don't say first or about the 12 one thing, a bra, and yes, but though. And now saw the kind of side of the story. Then can Opo a friend say, Mamma for Nambo Santimaya Basso, a family man for Mokoto Abama Emia Sampine. Opo Amanonibiano, the who may not be only for more MP.
Now we're first caller, in term, we're first caller because there are a lot of calls.
They are no club, or more MP, and the Sampine. Opo Papa is Santa Regional Secretary, and Sana NC for 2016. But by one lobby, or man, you know, I say Attafuah, and I'm the quarter, and Omuko board, Omuko meeting, and they do the allowance. But I am part of your documents on crime, was radio, TV, any idea, and in Namia, who say how pointing at Kumasi Mayo, you have got to up the swabber 100%. Sana, I'm with you, man, and the answer we maybe I'm the commander phone share example. Okay, commander phone.
Cobra, the mesama. I'm for bad. Say nipa 5 or so. Cosambra, memo chance last minute. Bye bye, Cosambra. Because we are now Kasawa. Cosambra, memo chance kakra. Now we finish your point. I mean, best obe start first because we start our Kasawa as a mama canon the bebre sanity. Okay, Unity Radio 1039. The next person on the line, number 38. Mbacho Africa President Anna.
African President.
Africa President Yanko.
Midasi dobre okomo mincha utie fonyina na mincha upana members no na mincha chairman ko gwago be wo bia mikia NDC for US potemo nyina oto mi anas any Ahmed-Suale yirmu issue no mi de mi hu say enye issue sabi the time hu say enye issue no say Ahmed-Suale no okoni baby na afade say anasi bitunu ho say nkola no obabua ahwe mo a hope say enye tintina chinsa anasi to also say nkola no da because Ahmed-Suale wo busua na sabi ni yirumu nyina so bia so wo busua Ahmed-Suale no yet mo ye train ka sabi o jagapade what you say nti mi gidi say ebia obua nkola no hwe mo a na sabi bi to chimo
Africa President, we understand, sir, Anas wasn't obligated, but Anas na ne share boss, or share or no ne share publicly. Intina ma we buy a man for on the doorstep. Intina on one statement, but because he on one promise here.
Of course, on the promise so share. That and the putting there. You will say or share because that and not be a babon. I'm try we this time in the BBS to make a crama they win a babon. Now, I think the secretary ocean is a young babona boss to say, and now you was saying, oh, this I guess you can what you may now move with the son of me or I understand because a company Samuku in the market. That's the one, my before one must have one. I get to a or say it's not when you meet the outcome. Get that nation and year and 2 years. No, and another or 2 for you and then move over. You let me say, oh, I want to get over. We did a friend say, Omako 2 for so only identify why you more come a friend. Mubu Maina, can we get over the way every MP, a minister, a president, where the Oyana can we get cost for the origin? The same no, yeah, talk with the way origin. That's the best idea. Who said, I don't come to Bovuno. If you talk about in Salomon, or you know, management, or you constantly mine, and no man who are him, no man and yes, so you with the
Africa President Yadasi, thank you very much. Unity Radio 1039. The next person, Otumfonana, why are you ready from Worcester to Asmami? Otumfonana, Bajotuminga.
Are you Otuminka? May you meet on Kawa?
Young Quadruso.
Yo, hey, and easy for no. And easy for no. There be a whole today. North Korea, Namon. Omo amuto mo sika wi sika nyina moto tuo ne ministries ahodo o ma sene ko ho mo nko fo mo kire but they down for the dead dia complain
na ye ho kire ntima yanka
yeah e do baby ya team one na fix the country but yeah yanka say attitude ne ya full ye ni su banpa ye de building on mind say oh, Kwakuya, crash kuno, so whatever. Yeah, they protecting a big crowd. Now, maybe the hunting on my day. ADSC. Now we walk with ya. Also call now sorry what about the Facebook say fix the country. It is animal we the fix the country. The Ghana for say your person your penny for no fix your mind now. Yes, you should buy food, you should buy time. Yeah, more my yes, yes, sir. Or mine also bet near day, and we walk on any. Ella, Chama wound to me, the Namias pa, there and penny for and the pa, the winning. Na ye de dwumadie de ntse
mbajo nya chama untumi na oyeke me boss e sampine
sorry sampine sorry sampine na make untumi e benefo hu tumi ana ade pebi e woni mu a e benefo hu ade bi e woni mu nti ene de sa de bia we ma no won koso ho adwumadene na say omane yede ana mantama esenenta no wontimi yede e mani improve na say omano enko nanim so obi aka so ye ne de kaka empeni force wonso woni nipa mimi ye me de na wonso wo ye wo dia omane betime move akonanim edamase
yenso ya da CP otumfo nana na minim say bo otumfo voice ni nti di aja ono ne nana ne otumfo nti Worcester hade e friend otumfo nana nti otumfo nana be kasa wi dia ba for easy asare ya umra so ba for apom design.
Hello, Akufo-Addo ma hwade o ma mi cha na mi check ni phone na ye mo ma batu ne dwuma de am go sa moye
ase
na de me sha se de free ye university asema na o kan se na na do ntimi emfa flagbearer bia e ba be she MPP for kon. You see MPP party ne won hye wum se na na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo ni obi akọ baabi na wa akọ ka ni ba cross as me see a president dia na so ben tie president dia it doesn't mean say why na say or do be should be come. And I don't know Ninja university akasa, but the point is that also the one university na definitely shishen ni bi diso ye be kwa bato also ye kwa ni be ni bia no the leader of MPP be it Alan or Baumia me very much interest. That was because me support the Baumia so be mini, but ye best the time is not yet. I say ye masadi we are jinema bi braboso president in the party no government na ye nyema bi bra was nke ka ho asem nyema hodo bi bra wo was nke ebo hu dawru na manfo hu say MPP aban no bae no wo ye nyema kama se be na biti ma bom ye break 8 no but anya ka fune de na lambo mi de bi hu ane say break day to that atu sum until ye masa ne manamra from kakrana ya the center stage too much one people because it is supporters we mu ha no makoyi we na we makoyi we na fe class here and there e kokobasa na e ma manfo kra ka say na aden de be nkwa no party ni mintia amanfo ni ambra we ye yisi na omonhwe nye de wo say omo ye na ebobo ama ye nyina ye ho ato nti e kokobasa na na amanfo binya agin bi say asa manfo bi didi obabibi nti no ebe ma bato no be star amaye nti media you ma futu kakra me de be ma any say yento e boase na break day no say anya very careful na say yama alambo mi afashe na nkwa nkoda until say campaign be sha say a na ko nyem ye ni me bidi nya ninya e bidi any say niema na e wo senka yitimi bo honda wuru na manfo hu no amanfo hu nti eni bebe hu say afi ni e be kan sa ansem no now it's too late, and in before they can capitalize on anything to do anything as far as party is concerned and as far as power is concerned. But all the same, the baby America say if Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo and MPP and your Krana NDC is never the option. In it no. So with the help of Baumiana, whoever will come as a father of MPP, we are going to make it never to work for Ghana.
Okay.
And I know Ghana is going to work again.
Thank you very much. Bafo Israel Asare, Ghana is going to definitely work again. Yabompire say Nyamitia see there. Ghana be you, ebe ye be kwa pimwa making sure say the right things are done. Daddy boat, Adu so daddy boat yango. Erada do me hoye.
Yo, when chow na with phone na when chow na members. Na kesi nkoma ma wo mukuru a emu chi den e ka kire mo te le papa Akufo-Addo ene ne MPP emu nyima pa sampa 2024 no Ghana for the get to my fire say ene le papa Akufo-Addo o yi see say west name babi uru nyima obi ano ene the all sign commission o tin sampa papa no wa ni adi hunu ene ne MPP omo be boa international I am the people who don't miss the Sam and this woman message bia we just bia no masum wow you ni papa say no bia contest no I former president mama Boadu for anyone mun ni ba no mo declare signal mo say no bia ma na nkan so ne na be pre wo si wo die you na man pan ya ro kwa o si nipa mi nkan na yi omo yi omo nipa mi nkan na omo yi omo wa omo be pre sa nipa mi nkan no international onu awa bubu mu di no mistake be na wa ye wa mo ba ku di enti mi friend di so mu ni message omo nya na MPP mu ye man international mi jidi pa se uba inuma ni nyuma pa ye papa Akufo-Addo na ma obi bia no o ye ni odi kan wa ne wa lo so mi se papa no obo bo my Ghana enti mi friend di omo ntutu omo mo ne me so ye ntutu ne ko bi chance so akobo alanka shidi akobo akutu atri dia olu ne nim media
Daddy Boat who's I? Hello, Daddy Boat. The Daddy Boat line I drop one. Okay, I'm saying Daddy Boat line I cut it. I'm picking the next person on the line.
Opo.
Yeah, yes sir.
Opo.
Nana o jam edru so. Raman kawanu 2 minutes. Nana o jam uya. Na the number is 77 1877 no ko Nana o jam yanko.
Yo kuma na wana kasaro
Raman na person you overtaking nya no ni so person swap
go ya ba to so mu
ah
obi ya calling about to na mu ya bi ya calling so you call me somo mama ti ama ti tu ya no ti to so na men komani obo yanna kemi for so Africa ene asofori man for se ne ya ni ya di na sometime ya tini a confirm no so me yo na kemi kan so confirm no so me ayo asofori man for ya don wa se na me dama fun so mo nyama me man ponten so na me sire wo me ni okukura jima omunye na domye ne mo no so mon concern ya wadan fama make da yen so mu ina agwapa no koso no bo amon fo keka na koka si unyuma pa ele bedu ani unyuma pa waye ele edu ani mafo na do na mo o foto nya yi unyuma aye trade meter e we allow don get matin agibi adam no so amaba na do commission so atiase eno a hwe ni o koye wo Kumasi friends neutral station so ni broso nti enema papa won hu ni one na nanti age adwuma na ko contest pen ma na do play an san wo ba no ono no wo bu ni dia aka asem na wo komensia na ba for kutuba to no na wo ko bidiro an kan dia anka ho eno ye na nese ilu akuto fi ono ma kana na do kwa hon kwa ko betuja friends you will align fa ache you will that baby in field and I am afraid on so me give madumia me trust and trust montai mimi akumoyachi but now you were put to na 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 sa egi bibia dem say o canton teacher do dan for Bama po dia dem say teacher o ko ni ko bi kura ni ma to no ni to na ye mama no e ya na dan ko bi tomatin egi me ye kan we on ko ina ade ba for America na bibia abesini say friends amas yena I am actually here no. I see Opo yes you much say Obama can be say anas a very easy no amano 10,000 or more here. Now we so Obama say na
duty no duty we we are na duty we we yes so so obi ye wo enyum e ni ti bi happen and na begin for so mo e come so man tira and na police be.
Okay, Nana Ojam Bema Yada CP Nana Ojam. Okay, my for the next caller 1877 Pacho to Asumami. Yeah, 1877 to Asumami. Eh, Nana Ojam, so where you there? Nana Ojam was I? Oh, Nana, no one who see. No one who see the Akasa. Oh, kasa.
Ya me kanya with the movement you are na mo town so mo mi.
Na de okay na fe ho ne tiko ya ntini ye wo se ya yenye dey. Oh sorry, Nana Ojamla na 1877 ko wi na Ramana to aso. Me ba che wa number ya 1877 end no to aso ma me ho ya. Mumuni chokosi ni ana. Mumuni chokosi from ofensu kokoti ni ana. Okay, Raman, why you nipa kure drew until me kasa ntitu aso.
Yo, champion opponent na, mame cha na me bo about na me cha million manicho. Na ma cha million kalisha na go ponka ho. Na me cha me yere ne ba mono no. Me se opo omo ho ya pa okwa na wa cha o mama me. Numatia income national organizer Yamin. Opo meme Raman die se akonja beto fie na obia so be contest or obia so ba be contest na bi mu kase omon pin ma bi mu be contest amene taafo na enya adwe obi bia obekate oba be contest mama o bi mu ekitwa bo mo no mene taafo ni na enya adwe eya konya na ba beto de no dide mo pate taafo ni na the contest kura na enya do metima we ne da buama kadima min kadua ewe party no ama anaye mature by ekobasa obi the unity ana obi the kase obe contest ya papa John Namani mama na bi mu kase ena we obe se no mo asana na mo ma division ba party ni sre ta issue no kura no me pese ke ndisi ni ba bia ebe ka ko sina wie ena be mu tele sana alantramantene ya papa Dr. Mahmoud Bamia ba me dia mi se Dr. Mahmoud Bamia o win kin gare bottom makura ala ba wi ne no ere de dan deal da opo upa famaki wo ende de pesen opo misraw marketu wo misi margin bese ti ufrisinya kokumasi sana margin be ala ne Bamia ni se Bamia obe perform house down e se adu ala so minia yama pe na dan kwa Akufo-Addo yesre no pe bia opo o man keka kono o man ntidaji ende the secret in kasankasa no se uno mu bre na uno mu din komo a asama mu kase wakadie ende police ni uniform ba ko pe e hye no odurfia na do no wasi engu ya hu no de ayo afafa na papa no wase ko ni na e ka no enne Timonfo through Musu, Kenya teacher for headmaster. So only headmaster be a free opo. Would have said, Busan said, dear, then I go to school. Or back country or say, no man go to school. And yet, but a no capet, why should the young medal go for Tono? Why should Krana only the training of Frimpong and Bakunu Subaku? In some of beer who be costing and Nekrana, no my Obias Obias. Tigogino. A person could be one year and the car. Or some crash, Quadeni, and yes, or Cairo, another than Akufo-Addo, never panel, and yes, or prayer Cairo, young Cairo, by Correctino, yes, imagine point to a chair, that is no chance on himself. Obian no time obi enyi o my Ghana no enu na tu so my Ghana ye ya opo ye nyina etim anye ya ye nyina etim and then fit me so for kini tete studio this na to kini tete studio
okay
money 5 studio this na to money 5 studio nke nyina o mari ye dia na nyina ta tie nyina mbo na o mari tim na na so na yen no mo control mu ta Ghana ya de no na be kan ho na nyina tino ma numa sinje mu
so yankubon kan ho nyame kan ho Raman 1 ma memfa 1877 sa fe de otemen kan ba cho mumu ni chokosi ana
mumu ni chokosi abi o to
na wo kwese he wo da open na ofre masa one way be you adi o because unu dinene baby a ofri no eramu ntiama maami aba de opantan no onte wonka da ikura na obisa opo na regular caller mumu ni chokos na say de onfre wo tene nka me new number eti oya na me say wo be frɛ me sure so you okay eti wo mandate the BS offer because wo admire wa kra ma enti o
ni ko na to bo so ya ho tire ani aban boni a wo ba man Ghana mu a wo ka tire ye say na so no hwa me na ma mumu ni chokos ni frɛ Sasa nini opo sa uchiena ewo ma Ghana so no ketire nini aba ne say na tuma 2024 ye be yu sa uchiena no e dey free o ma Ghana we are going for the excellency John Dramani Mahama we are bida the first republic of Manpenina what you have body infrastructure papa ne de na ba na mumu ni so go se ho atono na nini aba no na otenka ni agasa kwa no metuma se ki kuma ba ko de bibliothèque ikimi ni opo eya from the so no the amani ni aba ne say when you have a no new social offer, then I'm here to 2024. No, again, you know, no, come out some so not getting a money come out some so. Mammy, show me no my first life, and then I know Jambuama. Show me no for Chow when I ever done. No, then another does Akufo-Addo catch what you are so major. I have some another does Akufo-Addo. You show who you about on my Ghana. You know, you show Korea ever Ghana. Mimi opo yencho ndima egu Ghana mimi opo yencho kida dola isi tumika mimi opo nti abawe na ose so no mimi opo yenyo asem yaka so the next 2024 no ye the excellency God the man mama neba mimi opo na MPP ayo congress on na kono ye be hu ye be chi Ghana ha mimi opo no fan chaso no ko ema hu kani ani akola no ye me ma akola no
Thank you very much. Medasi P. Mumuni chokosi from offensive kokote. Mami mfa kojopuku mahala. Uwe na Thomas Boachiko. Na wa number 54 no. Odi mewe kra. Because yebe kwa kofa news no. Kojopuku mahala yenko.
Niya opo eze ochikom fo nyina me fa ncha sonko efi ochikom. Ema no me odisia konkon e ma wiase afana nyina opo so ko du se zo na ode enta sonko ama me face magredempti setu konfo nyina zo o muda na se se ode King David ababedu otikom man ena mu King David so na otikom dino ebabeko wiase afana nyina nyankopon ensa wona oyire nyankopon entontupa emu so opo Ninya na obeka sana no oka na do Akufo-Addo enya hwe no na almost 2024 omo ko fa ya papa John Dramani Mahama ba no ogo ya tiana John Dramani ebegu feeding program ya wan obegu teachers allowances ya wan teachers training obegu no ogo di papa o ba no ede no obe ya ma o ma konfo Ghana na do Akufo-Addo ba ya wan no obegu health insurance ogo na health insurance o de ko hospital kwa na etaze unkuta bikwa Mahama time na make it enti sanye ma we nyina agu ya papa na Akufo-Addo ba odi me ma pagu ko am no teacher dey do on allowance nurse do on allowance health insurance aduma feeding program aduma ya fancy free education aduma opposite dey do me na Akufo-Addo onya ma Ghana na me dey ade a me dan say ya papa John Boadu eka de bi say na Akufo-Addo dey on time obi at name no see no baba no on no alternative when you friend no abai papa anka Mahama anta 8 years that what do Google no opo ango go pan ba bi ntina e papa na Akufo-Addo say do baba bia on the alternative onye yi mu do baba bia no o yan tipini na enazo opo meda asantoman nyina ase say ya papa na Akufo-Addo ba ya obata sekta o mo say Otramu o video or sampai mo po enu ameka sa semwe sa o video or sampai mo nti ento aba no ma sampai ampa ya assembly members ni do say ayoyo Amakoto Abama Papa and Nemu Nopo on your unity radio here by a catcher and Zabana Yatumano. I am Pintua Asantuma Yanti and Yasra Omokoto Abanamani, Papa Bana Obano. You might get me a Diasan is an Opo, or maybe be said about 2024. That I Lancajo, say your friends about me or Baba Biano. As Antimani Nabu and another uncle for the cancer we have to. It's over and every time, you know. Papa, no one to my day.
Okay.
Now, 2024, no, MPP, you bet my friend to my extra. So, John Dramani Mahama and Kwana Indi for the Babanon more young contesting the Opo. MPP or GBS 2024. You better try to do my pass for money.
Yaminka, Kojobo Gumahala, Thomas Boakye from Chronom, Yantuaso. Thomas Boakye, what you mean? Thomas Boakye, what you mean? Hello, Thomas Boakye. Thomas Boakye, for the last time, what you mean? Number 54, Yanko. Hello? We are Jawa number 8854, Yanko. Hey, Ade, Lino, Ubian to Minka Bimana. Okay, Samuel to Minka, Yanko. Now, all the other people, Ade, Thomas Boakye to Minka. Okay, Samianko.
Opo medasi, ene akunya menya ene nimwe. Mechia manuchu, mechia king Kalisha. Ni monitor. Opo say sa re-registration of SIM card or mobile pay or Ghana Hana. Almost solely sa Ghana card number kwa kunisho. Opo I share the sentiment of the minority. Opo there were so many ID cards they issue of Ghana. And the major one could a passport. So I don't see why Omuni say solely should be the Ghana card that you issue. Media, me no money. So whatever the minority and other people are saying, say we can use the passport, we can use voter's ID card. Meaning idea TV issue Ghana the so when we say voter's ID card no can open into a passport there. It should be among the where the issue for re-registration of the SIM card. If it's a communication ministry, they should sit down and analyze things again. No more say going forward, never because Ghana card baby no more you have to know over there. You can talk about solely Ghana card. Or I think the minority for Kano, minimum Ejumapa because I know Mwa. Opo John Boadu Akufo-Addo and me in Policy, flagbearer and I think there is in the right direction. But me particular, Nana Duba Menshia Palace, and introduction all year for Lanchamatini, a good minister, no, Kase, we press will be the idea, we so very president, who put never, and anything was irrelevant. Because Wapa, you are there to introduce your ministers to him. And they say that we press will be the president, and then we press will be irrelevant. So Omunwa was a perpetual Mobaya. MPP for the primaries. Tell them what you can. They do want us to only Papua, only Bejakin, only Yanfa, and see Akufo-Addo and flagbearer. I don't tell because they're bois. But for now, they are not one Shasunia Juma or Ghana for expected to obey any. Now, we because and none of it prayed the Ghana for Bakumasi and for Amafo will be work for Bakumasino, yet is Amafo will be work for Kumasi or Korean. You know, Nanadu on your Juma. Nagana phones to say and my papa won who Ejuma. Mrs. Anas in some of our so claim to us or Anas were fat good idea. It should just come out. I'm saying Ghana ha opposite no one. Say the business will be a young quite true or the Bama who said to say, yet Katasumo was yet the one. So it is a some Anas. When I investigation is the brave, I'm a swallowing, so for now, no condoms and I so over 2 years, meaning 3 years. It is a nurse in himself or prove your baby, and as I send you because or fat do baby. It should just come out.
Okay.
So now you want to come out and so because yen pese echina court be ko bua no didn't fact be ba be court na say na we na fact wa we nya no kra na obo nipa na yakunu no na busuafo ho ai omo ya Ghana hankwa be bitu ku obi fa no bi o so eni tinka ya de ye man mu ye nema nyina ye nyi ya nke wuwe nke say avenge ye na be man ni wu for a long time I think I have bring it to books his killers but actually now this is Ghana opo e na santa za wa da na me catch obi say so only obi ye bibi no catch say we are me ku opo e bibi me Ghana because we be to me free of charge e Ghana hanon because Ghana na yeah etino na me fama no si na front twaso
okay
na opo ye
yeah that's it na me say omo wo so afa do mbete me nka dia ma frɛ omo so obi ante Thomas Boakye otemenka number 54 mbacho 854 ending number also otemenka
yete won ka opo
I would file na
me pa cho po I would file
enti o nanka edu Thomas Boakye so original line so sa me kasa no hunting to dey call me yin free so because an credit is
na ti opo dey kan yankopon shirawo Empejao, Enyo, Cassian, two, Quamae, Nedebia, so the body, Mapa, Nea Maigana, and Conani, and Pabo, and Co, or Bushna for, Uyere, anyone Banina, San Pabo, and come to any Malucha, any Kalusha, and Coupon, and Shiramunina, and Yamukasia, and the Chama, or they are no American, and paying for a point of Nazma family. Jima Mudama, or Ghana saying, yeah, and Born, yeah, I'm a Dipa 2024. Opo, that SIM card. Musi yankwa ko register fufuwe. Yes, Ghana card in Kwana de register. Abra voters ID. The voters ID the agent. Voters ID. Aye dia to aba. Aye ya mam penini. Nanadu. That voters ID no de enye papa. Enu de ntimi for register sim. This Ghana card. We ayawe wasam. Amomo we ya yetimu minya. You try and touchy economy agu businesses aside importers and exporters every insecurity for Ghana education no textbook no test no dormitory no classroom double track so appointment na don kwa Akufo-Addo aban opo ye kasa omusi kan ni ho ena ba we de kokache Ghana for say motia any busum any abaifo na control Ghana economy when ya momo a say ye do machi ye koka ye nka wuye na mampanyini apede sika 28 million Ghana cedis afu wuye mu a wo jinso egu ye ho wo ya no atena pede 34 million Ghana cedis akwa han oyiwe mu a ye tell say mpani disco was ya no we no akwa da esri Ghana for ye nka lu no atena pede 10 million Ghana cedis afu wuye esri Ghana for o man we Ghana pa for the Ghana echo by Ghana for Enumuswo enke ope by the grace of the Almighty Allah coming 2024 John Dramani Mahama everybody be Ghana food kwasum every Ghana kwadu do or die in Kokum do or die after vigilant or police station in Ghana because abia the now do edu omanu kono enye omanu ase ko asentiri go commission Alan Cash any akoto afiriye bode wura there's a mama eko asentiri no wache afaru hospital Fomina hospital Kumawu hospital Papa hospital Mompong hospital Mompong water project Kumasi Kajetia Central Market Tafu Central Market Atawasi Central Market International Airport Kumasi Shoe Factory nena do children no kwa kotire tikadie bata omanu ajisemu omanu koyo omanu asiapini bagano fonya abusere 2024 mama ba tibeka opo yankupon shiro umba yankupon ma ubanu enye ni pakasi ni pasutini dachi ni dachi ni yankupon nyajima.
How long is that meeting going to last, please?
Okay, thank you very much. Audu Filer. Abusian for Yabrano Aso. Abusian for Yabrano Aso. Ahana Edimu AC. The Diakoso Yani P3 and me for Bim Thomas Boakye and the other people who couldn't hear me. I'm so sorry, but it's exactly 2:10 p.m. And he make you win Akufo news. So you catch him say Saturday at Ebe and I am Florence Jemfua. And my me ye na ye tu asha de. Finally. eba so ewo 114 Main Street baby a Royal Baby no commented is now wagya no eho na yeko akoye eyi no na Sunday yako Indian Center eho na Manucho besa na asafoforo na aba no eti nyame ya adoma Sanetie minti monsha no so na ye nyina yetumi emra weekend na emeja ye mame Jemfo Charles Ford Johnson na was merely sharing jokes aba all work and no play makes yeah, that's true. See how everyone was laughing at that moment. Different interpretations. I totally agree with you. Or share jokes. But now, man for so any very reading meanings. Sanity. But that is the beauty of being a statesman and being a leader. Osrea, you'll be able interpreting it different. Oh, mia, obowa, oda, because to be a leader easy. Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita Mpame Hwa Sema ene oni oba ene ba studio ha oni oba ne nam madudu okru Kalusha so dia kanidi ho oten kan now taking Kalusha C League no bo G League me no dia ba C League oti ono so nka medin di Opuni National nyame yadmo china ye sign mu be share ye dia soda ma Richway Auto School Dan Auto Repairs Asama's Trading Ash Pharmacy, Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon, Angbafo Law Offices, Gold Coast Catering Services, and Afi Rashida Financial, Vernon Women's Health Services, Danko African Market and Wholesale, KM Ralph Roofing, and a phone segment was brought to you by Nabian Barbering Salon, and Afi Anochi Trading, and Anochi Cold Store. Yademuko Peace 1043 near the News Now Thomas. Until then, Yami Admo China Nubisha.
Jama buying Buffalo in a Nemu Ghana has say.